Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Canadian Weather live stream. It's been a while since we've been on. I think it's about 10 days now that we haven't had a live stream. So jumping on here to cover storms in Southwest Ontario. We're going to jump right into it, have a few storms ongoing right now. So we want to give everybody an update, and we'll walk you guys through what's going to happen this afternoon and early evening. So let me bring that up right now. We're going to jump right into radar here. And we have a couple of severe warned storms here currently just around the London area, just to the north of there. We have a couple of storms that have got a little bit of hail on them. You can see that those have moved through in the last little bit here. So they just got severe warned there about 10-15 minutes ago at maximum, actually even probably less than that, but throwing a little bit of hail. And these are moving east and northeast essentially as this rotates through the area. So we have got a line of storms coming from the west, but so far the only severe warned storms are the ones just around the London area and kind of near Woodstock. So let me bring that up here, and I'll pause that just so we can see. They have not extended the severe warning on this storm just by the Woodstock area. We'll see if they do extend that or adjust it, which they literally just did. Let's just take a look here. Just taking a look at winds in this. There's definitely some hail. Getting a report back here from this storm showing hail 1 inch. That was about 16 minutes ago that was reported. So again, these storms do have some heavy precipitation in them, but also associated with some hail. 1 inch is pretty sizable. That's 3 centimeters. So that's definitely getting a little windy, or not a little windy, a little big in terms of damage possibility, that kind of stuff. So let me just take a quick look here. I'm just going to finish posting a couple of things, and then I'll finish that. We do have a bunch of red boxes on the screen, and I will explain what those are all about. This is to do with basically water spout watches. So anywhere that you see water, they have put out a water spout watch out, whether it's over Lake St. Clair, Lake Erie. They do have these out, and they're basically conditions are favorable for the development of water spouts tonight through to Sunday night. They are saying the potential that the risk of water spouts will continue into Monday as well. So they are basically funnel clouds that are usually over the water, and that's why these watches have been put out over the water. The other reason that we have that out, so it is covering Lake Huron, Georgian Bay. You can see that all the way to the north. So we have those red boxes outlining them, and then all the way along Lake Ontario, just before getting into Kingston essentially is where those boxes are associated, and over obviously Lake Erie as well. And the reason for that is that the clouds, or the lifted condensation level, meaning the height of the base of the storms, is very low with this system as it moves through. So we do have these watches or warnings out there for all of this, and I'm just going to take a look here. They also have a squall warning here. That's why we've got a bit of a different coloration on the eastern portion of Lake Erie. Let me just take a look from the Buffalo radar. They do have a squall watch and squall warning out there. Basically 40 knot winds, water spout activity are expected or occurring in the area, and they're saying an area of thunderstorms located 8 nautical miles south of Long Point is moving northeast at 25 knots. So that is the other area of concern that we have going on. So being out on the water with these storms, definitely concerning that you don't want to get caught up with any of these storms. So let's take a look again. We do have our 2 storms that have fired here that look to be moving kind of northeast at this point, and you can see that one is really close to the Exeter radar. That would be our storm here just north of Ilderton, back to the southwest of St. Mary's. That's the storm that has a bit of hail reported on it, very heavy precipitation. The winds, that one does have a little bit of wind on it, but they still moderate to light winds depending where you are in that storm. And the storm north of Woodstock definitely indicating some hail with those purple pixels, or I should say pink pixels. Let me just highlight that. And we've got a new drawing tool as well, which we will probably get to use here today. But where we have that pink coloration, that's where our hail is located. And again, this is kind of moving at a bit of a northeast trajectory at this point, so that's where we've got potential for small hail. We've seen reports on the other storm up to 1 inch, and here is our latest scan, so let me delete that out. Our hail has moved forward a little bit northeast, and you can see that within that storm we do have some brighter pinks in there, so up to 1 inch, not unrealistic at this point. So you're probably like loony size, maybe a little bit larger in regards to those hailstones on our storm north of Woodstock. Some wind in that storm, but it is moderate to light at worst. And then we have just a little bit of hail here as well. Just going to highlight that right in our area here. And this is just south of Granton that we do have that pink hail, and we've had reports of up to 1 inch along that same path. We've got that report here from about 20 minutes ago, so that continues to have some hail. Again, probably looking at grapes to loony sized hail out of that storm. The rest of the storms that we have here, we have some around Guelph, Milton, Brampton area. Those are going to be moving through the GTA area. As you can see right now, they are not severe warned. They do have very heavy precipitation on them. They also, let me just take a look here, a little bit of purple showing up, or pink on these again. Let me just take a look at our winds in here. There's definitely a little bit of rotation in that storm. It's very broad, not tightened up yet, but we're going to keep an eye on that. That is right by Morriston area. And again, these continue to basically move northeast, but these are non-severe thunderstorms at this time. And then we have some showers moving in around the Owen Sound area. I'm going to switch to see which is our closer radar here. A little bit of hail possibly, just a small pixel here or two of pink right around the Tara area, so we'll watch that as well. They've just updated our London warning just for the storm here. They've just put out a new polygon for that, and if you are new, you haven't seen the new polygons that Environment Canada is using, they are storm-based polygons, which has been fantastic here since about August 11th, I want to say, that we initiated, or Environment Canada started using those, so you can see that the warning areas are much more refined and simple as far as that's concerned. I've got Connor on the stream as well, just switching over to the main platform. So we've changed the look of the stream as well over the last 11 days or so. You can upload your pictures or videos right here. If you scan that QR code, that will get you to our link tree, which the first one allows you to upload photos and videos to us. If you have anything to share in regards to the storms, we will definitely try and get them up on the stream. So that is our link tree as well, so that has access to all of our social medias, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, all of that kind of stuff is in there as well. You can also find the link below in the comments or in the description of the video as well, where you can upload the videos and photos as well. So let me just zoom back out here and I'll show you what's going on. We've got another update. I think they have a squall warning they just put out. Yes, so this is on Lake Huron. Squalls with wind gusts up to 40 knots are expected or occurring in the area, saying a line of thunderstorms near the international border is moving eastward at 25 knots. So that's what we're looking at out over the water at this time. So give me 1 second here and we're going to just update a few things. Okay, so let's just back out here and I'll show you how all these storms are kind of spinning or rotating into the area at this time. Okay, so we will continue to jump along here. I know I've got some questions in the chat, so I'm just going to try and jump in there and see if I can answer some of them. So, getting some comments about Edmonton, fairly smoky out there. Right now, obviously not much for severe weather out that way, thankfully, at this time. Chris, good afternoon. Good to see you in the chat. What else here? Happy Saturday to Callie as well. Yes, from Brockville. Really appreciate you being in the chat as well. So when Tom isn't on, we know that the weather isn't bad coming from Don. That's pretty funny. Yeah, most of the time it's definitely the case. We can't obviously cover everything, but you can more than count on it that if we're not on here, it's not too bad. So. Yeah, Julien saying outside of the blip on the 12th of August when Ottawa had the crazy night storm, they've been pretty good at getting on those severe warnings. Yes, there definitely was a bit of a misstep on the Quebec side and a bit on the Ontario side, just in regards to the timing of those warnings. The Quebec side didn't warn it at all, which we found very intriguing that that was not warned. And we have a new severe warning on our storm here by Brookville. So let's update that here and let's just take a look at it. I'm going to switch to King City radar, and we have some significant hail signatures on the radar. That is why this storm has been severe warned at this time. And just taking a look at a few other things, this is going to have probably up to loony sized hail within it, and you're looking at a decently sized core here. Lots of lightning associated with this, obviously very heavy precipitation with those dark red areas. And so again, hail, heavy rain, and some winds. I'm not seeing really strong wind gusts on it. Just taking a look out front, maybe by Campbellville, there's a bit of heavier winds or stronger winds in that. There is a fair bit of radar noise, and we always talk about this. This is what we call radar noise. It's basically these straight lines that you see on reflectivity, and when you flip over to velocity, which is your wind direction and wind speed, that basically is what I call Christmas confetti. Connor, are you looking to jump in, or?
Oh, it's all good. We're just these storms. They're kind of losing their, as much as they develop their core a little bit quicker, they do lose their core just as fast because the low level atmosphere today is not great for sustained storms, but was definitely good enough to get storms going, as obviously we see them on the radar in front of you. So, yeah, just a marginally severe day.
Yeah, so definitely, like Connor said, that's a good thing to point out. I did not mention at the start of our broadcast here that storms probably won't sustain for very long. These will be short-lived, as Connor just mentioned. So they will start out intense, but obviously losing a little bit of their punch or their intensity at the as they progress along. So we're not expecting to have a very long live stream, depending on how this progresses. But if storms continue to fire, we may have may have more storms that happen, and we'll cover those. But right now you can see that the hail has disappeared off of our storm to the north of Woodstock, and then essentially we still have a couple of small pixels here right around Granton and Prospect Hill, so maybe small hail in there, probably pea-sized to grape-sized hail at most. And just looking at our winds, again, moderate to light winds within that, but they no longer indicate hail, essentially, for the most part. And our one storm that just got going, the Brookville storm, definitely indicating that hail in here, and that can be probably up to loony sized hail within that. So definitely something to pay attention to. Oh, yeah, I gotta fix an audio issue with Connor. Give me 1 second here. Okay, that should be better, Connor, hopefully. So
Much better.
Yeah, we when you're not on the stream for a while, all our settings default back to what they used to be, and you know, not necessarily all of our stuff works the way it should. So again, we do have several storms here right now that are ongoing. I'm just going to take a look at something here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so again, we're not expecting a lot of storms to sustain. We have a few that will possibly. Right now, we have a line coming off of Lake Huron around Goderich area and northward. You can see how this is marching over across the lake. We're going to see what that looks like. Right now, very small indications of hail on those storms. As they come ashore, they probably are going to lose some intensity. However, I do want to highlight an area here of some stronger winds. This is one area that is definitely indicating some stronger winds within it, and we have a new drawing tool, so we basically can give you guys some fancy directions with arrows. So my hand drawing stuff days are almost behind me at this point, so we are definitely seeing some stronger winds coming ashore possibly with this. They are starting to show indicators that they're somewhat more intense, almost 80 kilometers an hour. This is above the surface again. Just keep that in mind. But down at the surface, 60 to 70 kilometers an hour. And they are moving northeast at this time. So that is an area I do want to point out for anybody watching that as it comes ashore, it may be windy. And you can very easily see that area when we zoom out, how that bright green is moving through there. So that's some straight line winds that are coming in there. And again, this is why they have those water spout watches out just in regards to the low cloud level. Those storms are close to the surface and they can spin up quickly without too much warning, but these right now are straight line winds at this time. So just gonna switch over and take a look here what we've got going on, and that's basically it at this time. I mean, we've got other storms in the area. The rest of it is non-severe storms, but you can see as that line is moving across, it will start to impact Ontario once it comes across Lake Huron, and we'll see how that sustains at this point. So that's what we're kind of paying attention to. Linda saying, watching from Goderich, Ontario, hearing thunder, any action coming our way off the water. And I literally did not see that comment, but that's what I was pointing out. There are some strong straight line winds, so I've just been talking about that. That is our area that we have highlighted here, and we will continue to watch that just to see if those winds do sustain. But at this time, there are some stronger straight line winds in there, so it will get gusty, rainy. Obviously, with those dark red areas, that is heavy precipitation. And here's our latest scan, so I'll update everybody on all the areas that we are watching. So just around Goderich, a little bit of hail possibly associated with that. The first wave is just offshore, basically just offshore from Goderich. It will probably just go to the north, but probably a little bit of rain in Goderich right now. But the heaviest of it will be to the north, up towards between there and Kincardine. What we do want to pay attention to is that pocket of winds that are back here. Whoops, wrong tool. And this is why I have to get used to this, because we've changed things up a little bit. So right in this area right here is where we have our pocket of straight line winds, and again they are moving northeast at this point, so could get windy here in Goderich just in a little bit as that second wave does move through. Have some minor non-severe storms kind of southeast of there, and then this storm right north of London, still severe warned at this time. So let me just take a look. Okay, give me a sec here. That would be frustrating. Okay. So we do have around St. Mary's definitely very heavy precipitation in this. We have lots of lots of rain, not much hail indicated on the storm right now, just very torrential rainfall. Some winds in here. Again, I'm going to say moderate to light depending where you're located. And then we have our storm over here by, where are we? North of Woodstock. So let me just take a look at this. And then we've got our storm by Milton that we have to take a look at because that one has definitely got some intensity on it. Light winds within this storm that is north of Woodstock, very heavy precipitation, thunder and lightning on that, but not indicating any hail currently. And I'm going to switch over to King City radar here and just take a look. We do have some rotation on this storm right now. Just taking a look here. So we've got hail. We've definitely got quite a bit of hail in this. Again, probably loony-sized hail or maybe a little bit larger at this time within, man, I got to get used to this. Sorry, guys. I haven't had the chance to practice this, so we do have a lot of hail tucked into a hail core right in this area around Brookville, Sayer Mills, and that is definitely going to be probably around grapes to loony-sized hail within that, and definitely some areas of more intense winds, so it is picking up some intensity as it does so, and just looking here to see where the winds are located, but right around the 401 west of Milton, and that's where our storm is at this time, and definitely indicating some hail on it. The rest of it, we do have some just non-severe thunderstorms to the north and northeast coming through, again, the GTA area, but our strong storm here is by the Milton area at this time. They have that warning a little bit. I'm just trying to see the motion on that storm. It's reaching out, but I think it's still traveling a little bit more northeast than the way they have that warning right now, but that'll get adjusted here. I'm just going to take a look. We do have some storms coming through kind of north of, obviously, Barrie area through Gravenhurst up to the north from there. Going to switch over. These are non-severe storms, but definitely some pockets of very heavy precipitation. And we do have special weather statements and rainfall warnings for a lot of areas over the next 24 to 48 hours, just to do with how much rain is going to be moving through. You can see these green boxes that are up here on the Ontario side from east of Sault Ste. Marie all the way to kind of the west of North Bay. That is rainfall warnings that have been put out. They are calling for 50 to 100 millimeters through Sunday morning, and there's obviously further up, there's a couple of them expires in 3 days. Rainfall 50 to 80 millimeters of rain. Some areas may approach 100 millimeters of rain within those areas. So again, lots of rain expected with this system as it moves through. Just going to read the special weather statement, and that kind of confuses people sometimes. Instead of having a rainfall warning, we have a special weather statement saying potential for exceeding 50 millimeters of rain. This is today through Sunday morning. Rainfall rates up to 40 millimeters in an hour, which is very significant rainfall. So that's the biggest thing that we're dealing with. And then we obviously have all of our water spout watches that are out over the water if you're just joining us here on the live stream. So lots of storms moving ashore here, and these are non-severe at this time. So again, for the most part, just dealing with heavy precipitation within them. Let me switch over to velocities. A little bit of wind just kind of south of Sturgeon Falls, southwest of North Bay. There's definitely a pocket of stronger winds in there, but they're still moderate at most. So let me switch back to our radars. We've got our new scan here, and we'll update you guys on everything that's going on. I'm going to start with the strongest storm because that obviously is the one that has everybody's attention and has got the most hail in it. Hail core did go down a little bit on this one, so that is good news. You can see that we had a whole bunch of bright pinks, nice big hail core on it, and now that hail core is broken up and the bright pinks are a little bit subdued, so that is indicative of a hail core that's possibly shrinking here. So again, still going to say probably grapes to loony size sized hail within this storm, depending where you are. This is just around Brookville area, and again, back to the west and northwest of Milton at this time. Still lots of precipitation associated with it, so very heavy rain. And I'm just going to take a quick look at my winds on that one. Winds definitely have subsided a little bit on this storm. I'm just going to switch over to King City just to take a look. Let me just take a look there. I'm actually going to delete out my drawings here. Our closest radar, which is King City, showing a little bit of hail again, still by Brookville, but very broken up compared to what the scans were earlier. So that is good news. And possibly that storm is dying a little bit in terms of intensity. It could be going through a cycle, so we'll have to keep an eye on that just to see if that does pick up again. And then we have quite a bit of precipitation here right down southwest of Stratford, basically along that Highway 7 corridor. We've got a bunch of precipitation in there. It doesn't look like there's any real strong hail signature. There's a little bit showing in there, and I'll update you guys on that. So we have a few pixels of pink here by Welburn. That would be probably pea-sized to grape-sized hail at max. Very heavy rain within that, and a little bit of wind. That one's had wind here for the duration of that storm, so moderate winds in that storm. And then west of Cambridge, no hail indicated on this storm again for the last number of scans. Also not seeing any strong winds in it either. And let's just take a look at our stuff coming off the lake here from Lake Huron, and we'll take a look at some winds. A little bit windy still back here. This is the area that we've been highlighting for the last few scans. Still coming ashore, and it is again coming essentially northeast at this point. So we'll travel in that general direction, but that wind speed has been fluctuating. The area of those winds or wind field has kind of expanded and shrunk at times. So we will keep an eye on that. Obviously, very heavy rain associated with this as it comes ashore, but does not look like there's much for hail. If you had any hail within that, it would be pea-sized at this time based on these scans. So okay, let me jump back into the chat there and see if I can get caught up. We are covering a few areas here. So Gordon asking if we're going to be covering in Alberta, Saskatchewan potentially. If there is a severe potential that is out there for it, and it's more than just minor, we will definitely cover it if we can. So Moose Hunter 74 asking if I'm camping in the western portion of Algonquin Park. Is there anything to be concerned about tonight? Right now, you do have thunderstorms headed your way, and there's a multiple rounds of thunderstorms that are going to head your way. So you definitely are going to have some heavy rain. That's basically the biggest component you're going to be dealing with is rain for the most part, but there could be some thunder and lightning associated as well. So getting a comment here from Julien. Just saw the severe outlook for tomorrow in Eastern Ontario. Minor risk of 70 to 80 kilometer-hour winds, 25 to 40 millimeters of rain, and maybe hail. But looking at a few model runs, I wasn't seeing the hail. And again, that will probably change when we look at models later this afternoon and evening, just in regards to what gets updated based on what is unfolding right now. So. Gordon asking if Stormy the Spider is still alive. I have not seen him. I haven't looked at my camera actually, and I should probably load that up just out of curiosity. We have been out installing some new cameras as well in the area, so we do have some new ones going online here. Well, they're online now, but we have to wait for storms to go through our area. In Eastern Ontario, but we do have some cameras coming online there. So why won't this let me log in? Starting to think I can't spell. Oh, there's a glitch with the website. That's what's going on. There we go. Finally. Okay, let me return back to the radar and we'll jump on the rest of it here in a second. What's our latest scan? 4:59 p.m. So we're about 1 minute out from our next scan, and we'll take a look at that. So, did I get? Wow, I'm still struggling to get to our cameras. I don't know what's going on right
Here,
now.
let me try, just for fun, see if it's.
I think it's something to do with the website. Okay, no, I'm good. No, it keeps trying to log me in. That's frustrating. I don't want to have a live stream of 2 hours of me trying to log into cameras. Okay, anyways, I'm in. I finally got it going. I don't know what was going on there. So let's take a look at our latest scan here for Southern Ontario. So let me just delete out all my drawings and let's take a look at things. So we do currently have a line forming basically from Stratford back to the southwest, leading just kind of to Melbourne area, just crossing the 402. You can see that there's a line of precipitation that has formed, and basically in that it is very heavy precipitation, maybe a tiny amount of hail as that's moving through, but for the most part, some moderate winds in pockets throughout that line. And our storm here by kind of New Hamburg, New Dundee area, showing basically light winds to maybe a pocket of small moderate winds. No hail indicated on it. And let's take a look at our storm here by Milton. Definitely developing some more hail on this last scan, so I'm going to highlight the area. This is, man, guys, I'll get used to that eventually. We just have too many options with our drawing right now, which is an upgrade, but the guy running it has to get used to it. So in here, this doesn't have any bright pinks. So again, I'm going to probably say grape size to maybe a little bit larger. Lots of lightning, very heavy precipitation. Again, this is all north of the 401. We're going through just northwest of Milton, and this is moving northeast at this time. So I can zoom that out so you folks can see that, and still maintaining a little bit of intensity on that storm. Obviously with that hail core, that's definitely indicative of a decently strong storm. Let's just take a look at our winds. Few pockets of moderate winds in there, otherwise looks fairly light. Let me just zoom back out. Let's take a look at our stuff coming ashore here by Goderich. These are thunderstorms, lots of heavy rain within them, lots of lightning associated with it. The good news back to the west of Goderich, that bright pocket of winds has definitely subsided a little bit. We're not reading as strong a wind area in there. We're probably 40 to 50 kilometers an hour on the surface. So that is subsiding as it's coming to the eastern shore of Lake Huron. The rest of it, we do have some moderate to light winds, just very heavy pockets of rain just through the north side of Goderich mostly, and moving ashore as it comes off the lake. Maybe the slight pixel of pink in there, so you might see pea-sized hail at most. That's what we're dealing with in regards to storms there. Some regular thunderstorms here by Owen Sound area. And again, light to moderate winds in that area as we move through here. And we still have our line of storms that are moving kind of northeast from the 400, but these are non-severe thunderstorms. And let me just highlight that up. It is basically a line that is marching up towards North Bay. It's slowly drifting kind of to the east, but mostly a northern trajectory on it. You can see as the storms leave the Georgian Bay, they have bright red on them. And as they get ashore, they mostly are losing that bright red area, and it's spreading out to more yellow and green, which is on the lower end of the precipitation scale. Our orange to light orange, yellow, green, and blue is always on the light end of the precip scale. When you get into those darker oranges, reds, and pinks, that's where you're getting into the really, really heavy stuff. So mostly in the north, kind of west of North Bay, right by Sturgeon Falls right now, thunderstorms moving through there. These are non-severe, so there are some winds in there. You're probably 40, 50 kilometers an hour. Lots of lightning associated with it, but that is basically all you're dealing with up there is just heavy precipitation. And again, non-severe thunderstorms at this time. So they have just updated this warning. The box, the polygon has been moved. We are about 1 minute out from our next scan, so we will bring that up. We do have showers on the Niagara Peninsula. These are, again, essentially non-severe storms, heavy precipitation within them, and some areas where you see that bright red, that is definitely going to be some heavy rain. And so just keep that in mind as they move through the region. Again, just spotty showers coming off Lake Erie, and nothing right now too serious at this point. And again, these are non-severe at this time, so a little less concerning than anything else that's out there right now. And here is our latest scan from the Canadian radar, so I will jump right on that and take a look at things here. Let me delete my drawings. And so we have right now, the hail core did subside a little bit. It has it was in 2 areas. Now it's in just 1. And again, this would be just north of the 401. You're probably grape size hail, maybe a little bit larger than that at this time. And again, lots of lightning and thunder. You can see all those lightning bolts on our map here. So indicating quite a bit of lightning, and the dark red areas is torrential downpour at this time. So this is again all around the Milton area to the north west of there and to the north of there, where this storm is essentially heading with that heaviest of precipitation. Just going to take a look at our storm here. They just updated or shrunk the polygon here by our storm that is just over Plattsville at this point, just southeast of New Hamburg. Not seeing very much in here for severe component. It looks like it's been slowly dying here. This is, I would consider this a non-severe thunderstorm based on Canadian parameters. This is just a heavy rainmaker, obviously with thunder and lightning, but we're not showing any indications of any hail on there. No strong winds in it either. And then we do have our area here by Stratford that does have that very heavy precipitation, kind of tracking, almost following Highway 7 back to the southwest till you get kind of southwest of St. Mary's, and then it drags down from there. So sorry, phone going off. And then we have just to the west side of London, heavy precipitation in there, light to moderate winds, and there may be tiny hail in it as well. We've got a couple of pixels of pink, so that's where you start to get into that kind of pea-sized hail mixing in with the rain, depending what temperature is on the surface as far as it's falling through. So again, maybe a little bit of pea-sized hail within that storm. So I'll just show you how that's moving, but essentially just thunderstorms at this point, and these are non-severe at this time, kind of around the London area. So not seeing a ton of lightning bolts on it, which is always one of the indicators that we use to pick up the intensity on a storm. It kind of gives it away. So if you see a lot of lightning, you can tell that that's a storm that has some intensity to it. So we do have some hail showing here on the storms that have come through off the Lake Huron and coming around the Goderich area. There is a couple of tiny pockets of possibly pea-sized to grape-sized hail. You can see all the lightning associated with it. So again, that's that cheat code that we talk about, and that is moving northeast. So I'll just show you guys how that's moving through the area. They are not severe warned at this time, but if that hail does persist, I can see Environment Canada throwing a warning on that, just putting out a severe warning for that particular area because of the hail indicated on the storm. I'm just taking a look at my winds. It is moderate wind within this kind of cluster of storms that we have ongoing right now, and obviously just very heavy precipitation associated with that as well. So definitely a lot of rain, and that's what we were expecting in the models at this time. When we were looking at things for today, that quite a bit of rain headed for these areas, and some of it will arrive in a much more smaller time frame, just with those very heavy downpours that we've got. So still a couple of storms around Owen Sound, non-severe. Those are just regular thunderstorms at this point, folks. What else have we got going on here? And then our line that is marching up Highway 11, basically it's between the 400 and 11 at this time and coming up towards North Bay, but that is just essentially non-severe thunder showers at this point. And I'm just going to take a look at our winds just to see what we've got there. The only area that has a little bit of, stronger winds, and again, when I say a little bit stronger, I'll show you what readings we're getting. They're only showing 40 kilometers an hour, and again, that's above the surface, so should be a little weaker below it, so nothing to be concerned about. Again, this is south of Sturgeon Falls. You're just dealing with mostly showers at this point, and anytime you're into that yellow, greens, and blues, even with the light orange, that's on the lighter end of the precipitation scale, but you can see there are pockets of heavier precipitation within that. So let me switch over back to King City radar and we'll take a look at that. We're 5:11, so we're about a minute out. I'll try and jump into some more comments here. Liv saying there's an air show in London this weekend, so hopefully, they've just put out a couple of new warnings, so I'll jump on that right now, and I'll get back into the comments there if I can. So they are severe warning our storm just to the west of London at this point. I will highlight the area that they're dealing with. This would be this area right here that just got updated. Bear with me for a sec. So what have they warned this for? Let me just take a look here. So 5:15, Environment Canada tracking a severe thunderstorm that is located over Ettrick. This severe thunderstorm is moving northeast at 45 kilometers an hour. Strong wind. These are the maximum values that they're putting in there. Strong wind gusts up to quarter-size hail and heavy rain are possible. And they're obviously warning our area. But right now on this scan, this definitely does not look to have hail in it. I'll just show you guys. The previous scan had far darker reds in it with even some pink, and our latest scan, all the pink is gone. There is some dark red areas, so again, very heavy precipitation in that, but they are warning that area just in regards to the potential that that this may pick up on it. So they may be just doing it out of abundance of caution ahead of things, and they're doing two areas here. So we do have a warning that is moving northeast through the north side of London, and then just around the St. Mary's area, they have another severe warning on that. But again, not seeing any hail indicated on this scan, which is good news, and not seeing very strong winds within that storm either. So the warning back here by New Dundee, that looks like they may not even extend that. I'm just going to take a look. It says it's good for another hour, but that storm will be long gone before that happens. They haven't pushed it further northeast. We'll see if they do warn that around the New Dundee area. There is very heavy precipitation kind of to the northeast near Mannheim, just in that area. We do have very heavy precip, but not indicating any hail on that currently. A little bit of rotation on that storm, but again, as we talk about on this stream, the rotation is normal within storms. It's a question of where it's rotating, how quickly it's rotating, and how tightly it's rotating. Those are the factors that we do look at for that kind of stuff. So just taking a look here. Our storm here by Milton still maintaining that hail core at this time. So right north of Milton, north of the 401, this is up to loony-sized hail. There's some bright pinks in here, so that is an area that definitely needs to be taking caution with those with that hail. If when you start getting up to the loony-sized hail, that's where it starts to damage vehicles, depending on the brand. Sometimes, believe it or not, and some of them have thinner metals. So definitely, if you're concerned about hail, bring your plants indoors, pets, anything out ahead of this. You definitely want to take caution if it's for vehicles. Pull them inside if you do have those options, but definitely indicating some decent hail on those storms at this time as they continue to move through. So and that one has been sustaining for the last number of scans. The rest of these pockets of precipitation, those are non-severe thunderstorms. Again, they are just pockets of very heavy rain throughout those areas. And then just going to take a look up here and switch over to our line that is kind of going through Bracebridge, around Huntsville, Perry Sound. Again, very small pockets of heavier rain, but for the most part is moderate to light rain all the way up to North Bay. Obviously, the leading edge of this has a little bit more precip in it, but that's basically all you're dealing with. Not really strong winds in this, and lightning associated with it, but these again non-severe thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the Niagara Peninsula. I'll zoom into that. Lots of precipitation in pockets here, so again, those bright red areas. Andy, thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate the support. You always go above and beyond. So let's just take a look and switch over here. So right from Grimsby through Smithville, around Welland down to almost Dunnville, you've got moderate to moderate heavy rain, but the rest of it with those yellows, greens, and blues, again, light rain within those areas. So again, non-severe here for the Niagara Peninsula at this time. I'm just going to switch and take a look here. Couple of storms by Brantford, just southwest of there, but very heavy pockets of precipitation, and definitely a little bit of lightning on those. I'm just going to take a look at wind is very light within these storms right now on those scans, so not too concerned with winds on that. So okay, just seeing some comments here. Okay, so let's take a look here. What time are we? 5:17 p.m. We should have a new scan here within about 1 minute or 2 minutes. Actually, we should have a new one here. Gonna take a look at just my winds here. Yeah. Okay. Sean, thank you very much. Happy Saturday to you as well. I really appreciate the donation. It helps support us a lot, so thank you. Okay, so we're waiting about a minute here before we have our next scan. I'm going to switch over to Exeter and just look at the rest of the storms. A little bit of precipitation coming into Sarnia, but this is, again, moderate to light rain at most, and nothing really to speak about towards Windsor or Leamington area. Those are just minor showers. We will monitor if anything gets going. There's definitely a strong storm on the U.S. side here in Ohio, but we'll see whether that tracks our way or not. So let's swing over here and we'll wait for that hail core is picked up. So let me just take a look. This is our latest scan on our storm here. So again, around the Milton area, kind of stretching to the north of there, there is quite a bit of hail on this storm right now. This is going to be grapes to possibly some pockets of loony-sized hail. It is moving. Let me just show you guys. Obviously, the size of the hail core has been changing, but essentially this is your travel direction of travel here in regards to this hail core. So if you are out in front of it and you are worried about anything getting damaged, this is going to be crossing the 401 here. Very heavy precipitation on that. And let's just take a look here. Definitely very heavy precipitation with some moderate winds. Kodiak, thank you for subscribing to the membership, the Sunshine Club. Really appreciate that as well. I'm looking over into the comments here. Bear with me for 1 second here. Anna commenting, but Mark, good to see you in the chat. I just seen golf balls mentioned here, but I don't think that I can't see if there's a comment that's associated with it because I don't see anything else. So I'm not sure what that's in reference to, unfortunately. Just taking.
They said in Milton.
Oh.
But I haven't seen anything anywhere yet to verify it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I just seeing here. Getting large hail and winds in Milton from Anna. So yeah, definitely you can see that hail core, that's the one we've been talking about. It's the only evident one right now currently on our radar scans. Right over New Dundee, actually, we do have a little bit of hail. I misspoke there. Let me kill that off and go back to our freehand. So we do have a bit of hail in here. This is going to be pea-sized to grape-sized hail between Roseville and New Dundee. So again, they did drop the severe warning on that storm. That was what we were talking about, that I didn't think it was going to sustain for long. We will see if that continues to be the case. If that hail does stay there, they will re-warn that storm. Our storms around the London area, again, not indicating any hail on that. We're not even seeing any real lightning. These are non-severe storms at this time based on these radar scans. Like I said, we're not even seeing any real lightning. So these are just showers at this point. There are pockets of very heavy rain within that. Let me take a look. Winds do not look severe in any way on that as well. So that is good news for everybody that's out in front of it. I expect those warnings to be dropped here shortly as well, more than likely. And they have just updated the warning for the storm right around Milton. So they've just changed the angle of it just based on the trajectory of the storm. That's the beauty of our new storm-based polygons. And let's take a look here by Goderich as storms are moving ashore. No hail indicated on any of these on this scan. Still lots of lightning, very heavy rain, kind of moving northeast from Goderich up to Wingham. And basically, let's just take a look at our winds in here. Moderate to light winds within that storm, but that right now is just a non-severe thunderstorm. Let's just take a look back up to south of Meaford, southeast of Owen Sound, just a regular thunderstorm at this point. So we're looking pretty good other than a few pockets of very heavy precipitation throughout a couple of the regions here. And they are updating something here. Waterspout watch, squall warning. Have they updated that? Yeah, so squalls with wind gusts up to 40 knots and waterspout activity are expected or occurring in the area. Thunderstorm will continue to move across eastern portion. Thunderstorms will continue to move across eastern portions of the lake into early this evening. So that is what we have ongoing here. But again, across the Niagara Peninsula itself, for the most part, moderate, heavy to light rain. Within that, no real winds that are concerning on those scans. So that is the good news there. And let's just swing back around and take a look at the rest of our stuff here. So looking pretty decent at this point. And again, I'm just highlighting these rain showers or storms that are moving through to the northeast along 400 and Highway 11 as it continues northeastward. But for the most part, you can see those bright red areas as they came off the lake. They're expanding out and they're turning yellow, green, and blue. So your really tight area of heavy precip is washing out or spreading out. And that's what we're seeing up here. So again, non-severe line of thunderstorms basically at this point. For the most part, just a few pockets of that heavier precipitation. Again, not seeing any winds in here that would be dangerous or concerning on those scans. Lots of precip here around the Sudbury area. You can see that moving, and that's why we have those rainfall warnings throughout those areas. So if you're anywhere, along Highway 17, Sudbury, and northeast of there, you are definitely going to be seeing a ton of rain over the next, 12 to 24 to 30 36 hours, depending where you're located. So lots of rain headed your way at this time. So let's
I think
switch.
it's worth noting that the storms south of Stratford and northeast of London, they did push out an outflow boundary a couple scans ago. So
Okay.
that new severe warning storm that's north of London is likely going to get undercut by it.
Okay, so we'll take a quick look at that. I'm going to look at our Milton storm that stretches kind of northeast of Milton. Very heavy rain. I'm just looking at our winds in here. Some winds, again, moderate to light, depending where you are. Our hail core has broken up a little bit. We have 2 pockets of it. This would be pea-sized hail. And then just along the 401 and what highway is that? That's just trying to zoom in here. Oh, 407. Yeah, that's the ETR. So around 401, 407, we do have probably grape-sized hail within that. This is kind of west of Meadowvale or Whaley's Corners. That is basically very heavy precipitation associated with all of that hail. Lots of lightning and thunder as well. The winds are not very strong. They are moderate, again, within that storm, but in smaller pockets. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the things here. Cambridge storm, there's just initiated here. And they just severe warned it, so we're on it right now. I'm just noticing that we do have some small pixels of pink within this, so moving northeast from New Dundee area. That is going to continue northeast. It does have a few pixels here, so this would be pea-sized hail at most at this time. And let me switch back to our storms right near the London area. And these are non-severe storms. I'm not sure why they're maintaining those severe warnings on them. I'm not seeing any really strong winds in here. Again, not seeing any hail indicated on radar, and the storm kind of northeast of where that warning has almost completely come apart around the Stratford area. So these 2 severe warnings, again, I would consider those non-severe thunderstorms at this time. And I mean, if you look at our stuff around Goderich compared to the stuff that's around London, that storm definitely has more intensity to it, but it is also weakening. So I want to highlight what we're seeing here. All those darker reds, and you're going to start to see that the dark reds are disappearing as that comes ashore, and you're seeing a lot more orange, yellow, green. So this is starting to lose a little bit of intensity. Let's just take a look at a few areas of wind in there. So definitely going to be a little gusty, but our one area of very heavy precip would be around the Belgrave area, but I can see that slowly coming apart somewhat. So what are they updating here? I'm just going to take a look. We have a lot of stuff up on the map here, but okay, nothing for our area here. Still got a couple of regular storms here by Owen Sound. There is a little bit of lightning south of Meaford, right around the Markdale area. So Connor's this is something you guys never should do, and I hate when this happens. It's such a frustrating thing. This is so selfish and dangerous to do. Let me share it up. This is 401 west of James Snow Parkway. Let me bring that up here. Parking underneath the overpass. This is the most selfish and stupid thing, and I'm going to die on this hill, and I will continue to say that. I'm not trying to be anybody's friend here. You are blocking emergency services from being able to get to anybody, all because you don't want your car to be dented or hailed on, and all of these people are being left out, hung out to dry, essentially. So you definitely are taking a selfish move in this regards. And definitely do not do that when you have bad storms coming through. Again, you block emergency services, causing a complete roadblock, and nobody can get through. So fire, ambulance, police cannot get to the people that they have to get to because you don't want your car hailed on. So it's like I said, I will, every single time I see it, I will call it out. It's extremely selfish and stupid to do. So please don't do that, folks. It does not help anybody in any way. And that's obviously right where we're seeing this hail on our scan that we were talking about at 401 and 407 area. So just showing you guys what's going on right now. So 5:29 p.m. We're about 2 minutes out from our next scan. I'm going to try and jump into the comments here a little bit and see if I can answer a few questions. So a lot of stuff. Thank you, moderators. I know there's a bunch of you in here, so thank you very much for that as well. So and obviously Connor helping out with a bunch of stuff as well. So let me go see here. Okay, sun showers, trustee area, everything seems done coming. So that's, thank you for that update. Just want to throw that up. I'm going to go, we just got our scan here. So the hail has broken up a little bit here, which is good news. And we've lost a little bit of that intensity. The only hail left now is in smaller pockets. And again, this is probably going to be pea-size to possibly grapes at most as we lose that hail core. Just going to look at our winds in here. Winds are okay, but this is heading towards the Mississauga area, obviously through Erin Mills, Erindale, and heading eastward once it kind of goes towards the lake. But that storm is losing a little bit of intensity. Our other storm here by Cambridge, Kitchener in between, definitely not showing any more scans of hail on it. Very heavy precipitations right around the 401. That's going to be a very heavy downpour essentially. Lots of lightning, some light to moderate winds within that as well. If that stays, continues to lose intensity, that severe warning will be dropped. Our storms by the London area, as we were discussing earlier, they have dropped the severe warnings on those, so these are just non-severe thunderstorms at this point, and there's only like 1 or 2 or 3 lightning bolts, so again, pretty weak storms overall when we're talking about the severe component of it. So let me just take a look at our storms here by Goderich. Again, one pocket by Belgrave of heavy precipitation with some thunder and lightning by Wingham, and that is basically just moving northeast, but these are non-severe storms, still have not kind of indicated anything that would put them into the severe category. And if you're new or you don't necessarily know what severe components are, for Canada, for severe thunderstorms, they call for 3 centimeter hail, wind gusts of 90 kilometers an hour or more, and then 50 millimeters of rain out of that storm. So that's basically what our parameters are for the severe side of things. We have lots of thunderstorms around the GTA area. I'm actually going to switch over to King City here. And you can see that there are a bunch of storms in the area, but essentially non-severe. You're definitely going to be seeing a lot of rain throughout for this event. But our biggest concern obviously stems from any kind of severe thunderstorm. The strongest one on the map, as we were just showing those people parking under the overpass, don't do that again. I know I'm going to harp on it, but I always will. That's the one that has the strongest indicator on radar for the precipitation and for the hail. This is kind of to the southwest of Mississauga. That is the one that's got everybody's attention at this time just because of what's going on. Niagara Peninsula, you're talking moderate to light rain throughout. I'm just going to take a look. Not seeing any strong winds in that area. And then let's flip back over to Cambridge. We have 1 pixel of pink in here, so there may be a small pocket of pea-sized hail mixed in with that rain. That's what we're dealing with at most there. So let's just take a look back down by Windsor and Sarnia. Kind of along the St. Clair River, we do have moderate to light rain. Nothing too exciting on there. A little bit of thunder and lightning with it, but not seeing anything of any major intensity. Just zooming back out here just to see. I just got an alert in my ear. Not seeing anything else. That's basically it at this point, down in that far southwest corner of Ontario. And again, we do have all of those water spout watches out along all the bodies of water, essentially. Environment Canada updating their special weather statement here, so I'll read that out. Just saying locally significant rainfall possible this weekend, stretching through till Sunday morning. And they're saying 50 millimeters or more the rainfall rates up to 40 millimeters an hour, which is significant rainfall. So it could be in a tight, confined area. Your neighbor gets nothing, you get a whole bunch of rain. That's, the kind of situation you're in where you see these sporadic, isolated storms at this time. So okay.
You're starting to see all these things kind of just morph into showers, which is as expected there. As we said
Yeah.
earlier, they're kind of just the low level atmosphere is not good enough to have these sustain for a long period of time.
Yeah, our Mississauga Milton storm that's in between there, that's the one that definitely has been hanging on the longest, I would say. But Connor and I were discussing this, and we said that the intense storms would only hang on for an hour or less, roughly. That kind of where our headspace was in terms of the models and the parameters that we were dealing with. So 5:35 p.m. We're about 2 minutes out from a new scan here. I'm going to switch over to King City radar, and we'll watch all the storms kind of come in on our next scan here, and we'll update you guys on that. So got some pictures of the hail in Milton. Are you monitoring our tool, Connor? Sorry.
Yes, I am. There's nothing in there.
Oh, is there anything in our email?
Oh, just literally just right now.
Okay. Yeah, you have to hit refresh sometimes, but
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull that up here. Okay. This is from Anna, so I'm going to share this. This is the hail that came through Milton area, so let me just share that up. So Anna, thank you for sending that in. Obviously some prolific hail because you can see those leaves on the ground. That's what we call tree shred. Whenever you get a lot of hail and a decent size, like you can see that in here there's some marbles, grapes, maybe even larger at times, and this is obviously melted a little bit, so that can obviously they do shrink a little bit as that happens, but just going to show another picture of the accumulation, and again that has to do with that tree shred. You can see how it's piled up here in the corner, definitely looking a little more wintry on this in this area, just to do with the amount of hail that has fallen. Probably grapes to maybe a little bit larger in terms of the hail, but when you do get that much hail falling, it does what we call tree shred, where it strips the leaves off the tree, essentially is what happens there. So let's take a look here. I'm going to continue just updating our storm here that is kind of heading towards Mississauga. So let me delete out my drawings and let's zoom in here and we'll update you on our latest scan. So right now through kind of Meadowvale, we definitely have some hail still indicated on our storm right in this area right here. Just south of the 401 or east of the 407, and again west of Mississauga. That's where our hail is in there. I would still say that you're probably pea-sized to grape-sized hail mixed in like what we were just showing on those photos. So that definitely would be indicative of what you're probably going to see here. Also associated with very heavy rain mixed in with that, moderate winds in that storm, lots of lightning and thunder, but the overall shape of that storm definitely starting to look a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, wonky. So we'll see if that goes through a cycle. Quite a bit of a hail core showing here just to the northwest of Cambridge by Blair. I'm going to highlight this hail core as well. That is an area where we're talking probably pea-sized to probably a little bit larger than grapes at this point, just how tight that hail core is. So again, moving northeastward, but this is just on the northwest side of Cambridge. Lots of precipitation, a little bit of wind coming into Cambridge right now, probably 40-50 kilometer wind gusts associated with that. So that is our only other severe warned storm at this time. The rest of it again is non-severe. Showers northeast of London Kingston, kind of tucked in around Thames Center and south of St. Mary's. Definitely very heavy rain in this, no question about it. But again, not severe at this time. A little bit of lightning with that storm. And let's take a look at our storms here along the St. Clair, I should say, River. And we're just seeing non-severe showers at this point. Not a whole lot of lightning on it either. So that is good news for that. Let's take a look at our storms coming off of Lake Huron. They definitely have lost some of that intensity, but we do have a line forming, which we're going to watch here. You can see it kind of arcing back this way. So we'll see what that looks like over the next few scans, but we do have storms initiating along that area. So we'll see if any of them pick up any intensity. Definitely some very heavy precipitation here by Wingham. It, however, does not show any hail currently on that storm, just a lot of torrential rain in a pocket here with those dark reds. Again, light orange to yellow, green, and blue. That is on the lower end of the precipitation scale. Obviously, these are thunderstorms, quite a bit of lightning associated with it. And let me just take a look here. Not a lot of wind as well, so moderate to light wind within that. And again, non-severe at this time. So still got storms around me actually, this will be by Markdale. I'm going to just switch over radars here. So around Markdale, very heavy precipitation in a small pocket, a little bit of lightning and thunder, but again, non-severe storms at this time. And then let's look at our stuff around Huntsville. Heavy rain within small pockets, again, just to the west of Highway 11 as we move up through South River. And then when we get to North Bay, these are just moderate to light showers with very, very tiny pockets of moderate heavy rain in there. Let's take a look at our winds. Not anything too concerning with the winds that you wouldn't expect. Keisha Girl, always appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And that's it. So we're right now, that's the area that we're concentrating on. Maybe Connor, you can speak to what tomorrow might look like for Eastern Ontario. I know we've been kind of eyeballing that a little bit, so maybe you can speak on that between scans here.
Yeah, sure. So we have the center of the low pressure system is moving directly through the Algonquin area in the Ottawa Valley, but that's going to kind of continuously make showers move through the region because they're rotating around the low pressure system. So we're going to have some showers in the morning. Maybe it'll clear out just enough to have a little bit of a risk for some non-severe thunderstorms. Um, and then you'll have more showers wrap around the backside Sunday night into Monday. So it'll be cloudy, a little bit of rainy for a couple of days, but just looking at some regular showers, maybe a risk of a non-severe thunderstorm. At this point, it's non-severe. That could change with some more data tonight and tomorrow morning, but at this point, thunderstorms do look to be non-severe tomorrow in Eastern Ontario.
Okay. Perfect. I know people probably wondering about that tomorrow as well. So, okay, our storm west of Mississauga over Streetsville, Vista Heights, kind of Churchill Meadows, very heavy rain in there. There's still a tiny amount of hail still showing on radar here. This is going to be pea-sized to grapes at most. I would probably lean towards more on the pea-sized hail. Again, west of Mississauga, but kind of going through the western portion there. It is moving. They haven't updated the severe warning around that storm. I expect them to push that a little bit eastward through the heart of Mississauga, Arundel, maybe even through Erin Mills area, continuing to push it through towards the lakefront. And that storm, still moderate pockets of wind in there. And our storm here by Cambridge, I'm just going to take a quick look at that. A few pockets of pixels of pink, so maybe the smallest of pea-sized hail, but very heavy rain within that storm. I'm just going to see light. So interestingly enough, there was a bunch of lightning on this storm when we had all that hail back here a few scans ago. And now we have far less hail and we've only got one lightning bolt. So this storm may be on a downward trend at this point and may continue to do that. But torrential rain in that right now with pea-sized hail continuing to move eastward. And then let's just take a look at the rest of it. Not much else going on here right now. A little bit of a pocket of heavy precip over the 401 with possibly just a tiny amount of hail here by Drumbo, but it is a very small pocket. Just 1 pixel of pink. If that's making the surface, that's going to be pea-sized hail at most at this time. So just going to switch over to our Buffalo radar. And again, Niagara Peninsula, you're dealing with moderate to light rain for the most part. Some heavier showers have moved over onto Lake Ontario, but nothing to be concerned about down there. And let's take a look at our storm up here by Wingham. This basically has a little bit of hail on this last scan. I'm just going to take a look here. 547, that's the latest scan that just came in. If this does continue to pick up intensity, because we do have some hail in here, this is probably grapes or smaller, and then our other core here probably just between pea-sized and grapes. That will probably get a severe warning on it. If that sustains, you can see all that lightning on it. Again, that is that cheat code that we talk about. If you want to know what areas to pay attention to, look at where your lightning is, and you will be associated with some heavy precipitation. The winds on this are not strong. There's obviously some gusts in there, but nothing very intense with these storms at this time. And again, heavy precip being the main thing that we're talking about in here, and that's what all those special weather statements or rainfall warnings are all about. They've been talking about just very heavy rain with again up to 40 millimeters an hour, which is a huge rainfall amount. Markdale just still showing that heavy precip. I just want to see, I think we've been talking about that for a while. I want to see, storms are training over that area. If it continues to do so, we may get a severe warning on it for the amount of rain that is falling. Again, Canada does not have flash flood warnings. We use severe warnings for that, or severe thunderstorm warnings. So that may happen on that storm just because it's been raining in that area for a little bit. So they may throw a severe on that. Our line along Highway 11, again, just kind of northwest of Huntsville, pocket of very heavy precipitation, but that's all we're dealing with. Thunderstorms, obviously, but not anything super concerning. Once these pass through, they look to be a lot less precip in them. Again, you're on that very light end of the scale where you're talking yellows, greens, and blues. So thank you, Keisha Girl. I think, so it's interesting. We have a software that combines all our chats and throws up any alerts. I think that was, Connor, can you check if that's them being a member for a month? Because it does pop up saying that if a member has been there for a month, that they've, it kind of celebrates it. I'm just curious if that's what it was.
Yeah, it is. It says member for 1 month.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, because I know Keisha Girl subscribed. That's how much I've seen that name. So so we know that you've been a member for a while. So anyways, that's just a software issue. So again, for the most part, folks, right now we are dealing with 3 areas that have our attention. One is by, let me just freeze this scan. Obviously, we have one by Cambridge, that indicative of maybe a tiny amount of hail in our Mississauga storm. That is the other storm that we're paying attention to. And then obviously here southeast of Wingham, that is where we've got some hail indicated on that storm. I got to switch to the right radar so it lines everything up, but this is the closest radar. So those are the areas that we are paying attention to because they do have hail on them. It is moving northeast is where we're talking about at this time with these storms. So again, we'll watch to see if they do throw a severe thunderstorm warning on that, if that does sustain the hail or it gets more intense. So we just got our latest scan. Let me delete that out and let's go take a look at everything here quickly. So let me switch over. All the hail is no longer showing on our storm here. So all the hail markers are gone from the storm near Mississauga along the 403, essentially stretching back to the 407. That is just very heavy precipitation. There's lightning and thunder, obviously. Winds, for the most part, are light, with maybe a pocket or two of moderate winds in there. Again, moving eastward, I suspect our severe thunderstorm warning will probably drop off of this storm if it does continue to weaken. A little bit of a thunderstorm here by west of Oakville, just along what highway is that? 407. So along the 407 here, one pixel of pink that definitely has my attention. It's surrounded by a lot of dark red, so very heavy precipitation with that storm, some thunder and lightning with it, and that has, I believe, initiated in the last scan or two. So yeah, you can see that that has intensified again, moving northeast at this time. So that's going to head along the 407 corridor. So if that does start chucking hail, hopefully people don't park under the overpasses. Storm kind of north of Cambridge, on the north side of Cambridge, I should say, along the 401. Very heavy torrential rain along the 401, possibly pea-sized hail, and that continues to move northeast at this time. Let me just take a look at Niagara Peninsula. This is just regular rain, folks, with some thunder and lightning, but nothing to be concerned about in the St. Catharines, Niagara Falls area. Not the torrential rain. I know you guys had some flooding issues there over a few weeks ago there. Not expecting the same thing at this time out of that storm right now, or out of those storms. So just taking a look back here, I'm going to take a look what's coming across from Michigan, if anything. Heavy pocket of precipitation here by southeast of Petrolia. Might be even a little bit of hail on that, maybe pea-sized at most, but mostly looks like torrential rain within that storm. Again, that is moving northeast, non-severe thunderstorm at this time. And let's take a look at our one pocket here of heavier precip just to the northwest. And I'm going to butcher that name, Roxeter. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Is that correct, Connor? Or is that why you're laughing? Or is that us out to lunch?
No, it sounds correct to me.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Anyways, to the north of on Highway 12, you have probably grape-sized hail or smaller within it, and then you might have tiny pea-sized hail here by Gorey. Essentially, that would be the only areas. Obviously, very heavy rain wrapped around all of that. And let's just take a look. I see some winds down here. A little bit of a pocket of heavier winds just to the north of Listowel. So very small pocket, but definitely starting to pick up where you're going to be 50, 60 kilometer hour wind gusts in that. And let's just take a look at the rest of it here. And Markdale, like I said, been raining there. Roxeter is like Exeter, but it rocks. Love it. Okay, so Markdale still getting a bunch of heavy rain in there. I can see that getting a bit of a flash flood warning or severe warning, because again, those don't exist in Canada, but severe thunderstorm warning just for the amount of precipitation, and there may be tiny hail in that storm as well. Again, pea-sized or smaller, so not very significant at this time. Our storms along Highway 11 for the most part are just moderate to light rain. There's just a pocket of heavier precip here north of Huntsville, just kind of along that Highway 11 corridor, but again, nothing concerning, nothing severe. Thunder and lightning associated with that, so we're looking pretty good, folks, here. We just have kind of three areas that we are monitoring where things have got a little bit intense as well, so that's basically what we're paying attention to at this time. Okay, I'll try and jump in if there's Shelby asking if there's anything coming into Ottawa South later today. There would be late overnight into early morning. There may be showers moving into the Ottawa area. We're not expecting anything too crazy for Eastern Ontario. Connor kind of gave a rundown just a short while ago for Eastern Ontario, so you can actually play the live stream. You can go back and take a quick look at it, but we're not expecting anything too concerning tomorrow for Eastern Ontario, but we will update on our page if there's anything that's going to happen that we need to pay attention to. So got a comment here. Sorry, guys, does anyone spot any rotation on Cambridge or maybe any tornadoes? And this is a hurricane or a very bad storm. So first off, definitely not a hurricane. Hurricanes don't come through Ontario. That's not something you generally see. Those are usually on the coast, but there's no rotation that's any significance on Cambridge, and there's no tornadoes that we are aware of. And the storm looks to be dying, to be totally honest with you. So I would expect nothing much out of that storm at this time. And so we have our latest scan. So I've got Cambridge right on the screen here in front of me. We've just got moderate to light winds within it. And let's just take a look. So we had quite a bit of a hail core just northwest of Cambridge there. That was at 5:41 p.m. We're now 6:01, so that's 20 minutes ago. And you can see that the storm is breaking up in terms of those very dark reds. You've lost most of that, and you have more orange, yellow, and green right now. So again, this is indicative of a storm that is weakening. It's still a thunderstorm, still have to pay attention to it. So, but the lightning is one of the things. You can see that the lightning was very intense here when it 20 minutes ago, and now we only have about 3 lightning bolts associated with it on our software. So another indicator that that storm is weakening and not too concerning at this time. Our storm going through Mississauga, let me just make sure I'm on the right radar. This is very heavy rain along the 403 corridor and then moving towards Lake Ontario. Right now, I don't expect them to move that severe warning any further ahead with this. There's no hail indicated in this. There is some strong downpours in this, so very heavy rain in pockets, but no hail indicated on it. The winds are moderate to light winds within that storm. So again, that's just at this point, I would consider that a non-severe thunderstorm at this time. A little bit more intense rainstorm, same kind of equivalence actually, I would say, as the Mississauga storm around Oakville and to the west of Oakville. So again, not seeing a whole lot of lightning on this. There's one strike on our software. Actually, there's 2. And it basically, let me just take a look at the winds. Winds are basically very light within this at this time. So nothing to be concerned about there. And let's switch to our radar, Exeter radar, and I'll kill off my drawings here. And we'll take a look. Right now, not showing any hail other than one little pixel. Where is this? This is north of Gorey, west of Clifford, off of Highway 9. There's one pixel of pink, so you might have pea-sized hail in this, but for the most part, this is just torrential rain. I'm going to take a look at my winds in this. So again, moving northeast at this time, so that's going to cross Highway 9 as that moves northeast. And lots of lightning and thunder in this, but the winds, moderate pockets, but for the most part, light winds within this storm as it moves through, crossing that Highway 9 corridor up in that general direction. And then we have still, is this over Markdale? Markdale getting a bit of a reprieve here. I got to plug in my laptop. Bear with me for 1 second. And battery's getting weak on it. Okay, so Markdale's still getting rained on. The storms have kind of been training through that area over the last number of scans. You can see here at 5:29 is when it started, and you've had repetitive storms kind of training over it. Some of them have had very heavy rain, so still not getting a flash flood or severe thunderstorm warning for that. It is moving off very slowly, so we'll see whether that continues to be the case here. So And then Highway 11, again, we continue to have that leading edge with moderate to moderate heavy rain in very small pockets just north of Huntsville. Some thunder and lightning with that. Winds are not concerning with this. And if you get north, kind of a South River, and then calendar into North Bay, that is moderate to light rain as that moves through with moderate to light winds within it. And then we have a ton of showers here by Sudbury, Espanola, just continuing, and that will continue for quite some time here. So definitely expecting a lot of rain as the system moves through. Your rainfall warning expires in 16 hours, so don't expect this to end anytime soon based on models and what we're seeing unfold here. They are calling for 50 to 100 millimeters of rain along that Highway 7 corridor just to the north side of Georgian Bay. So again, just expect that you're going to have a whole bunch of rain over the next 12 to 18 hours roughly. Just looking at storms down by Windsor, there's nothing really going on here. This is just light showers. Wallaceburg has a little bit more moderate to possibly a small pocket of moderate heavy rain. And just going to take a look from Exeter here. So we do have an area of very heavy precip. And we are just southeast of Petrolia, east of Oil Springs. That would be very heavy rain, maybe pea-sized hail within that. So definitely not super concerning right now, but we'll have to watch that to see if any intensity picks up on that in terms of any kind of more hail coming out of it. So that's a quick rundown on everything. And let me just take a look here, 5:59, so we're about 1 minute out. I do notice that they dropped the severe warning off of our Mississauga storm. So again, that because it's lost all that hail, and here we go. So right now, precip is making its way out of this storm. We have very few pixels of red left compared to what we had before. And if you're just joining us, I want to show you guys what it looked like here back to the west along 401, 407. And you can see all those pinks in there, dark reds, and now it's breaking up. You can see that most of the red is gone out of the storm. So this is a non-severe thunderstorm going through Mississauga, Etobicoke, and coming across towards the lake is where that's headed. Storm through Oakville area. This is a non-severe thunderstorm, moderate to moderate heavy pockets of rain, and back towards, where are we here? Just northeast of Cambridge, where Highway 6 and 401 meet. Moderate heavy rain with thunder and lightning within that. I'm just going to take a look at my winds. A little bit gusty, but moderate to light winds within that. The rest of this is just regular showers, folks, for the most part. Our storms by Woodstock look to be dying out. Let me just take a look at that. You can see here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so we can see how the storms have kind of progressed here. And so we'll see whether they continue to weaken, but overall most of the storms are weakening at this time. And again, we don't have a whole lot as far as severe is concerned. Our pocket of hail here by Oil Springs on the Exeter radar definitely has expanded. Let me just take a look at what height we're dealing with here. We're not too far off the ground here. So again, this will probably be pea-sized to grape-sized hail. This, if it has more hail on the next scan, I can see Environment Canada throwing a severe warning on it. But right now, non-severe, this would be pea-sized hail, maybe a little bit larger than that. And again, you can see how this is tracking this afternoon. And it's a new storm. This one is moving eastward, essentially. You can see that coming across from the St. Clair River and kind of moving eastward at this time. So we'll continue to monitor that area. That is the one spot where we do have some hail indicated on it. Just going to look from my US radar as well just to confirm. And Wallaceburg, moderate to moderate heavy rain with maybe pea-sized hail in that storm as well. So let's just take a look. Lots of precipitation stretching here. I'm going to switch to from Orangeville back to the west through Harriston. You've got definitely very heavy rain, but no hail indicated on this. Lots of thunder and lightning. Moderate to light winds, again, in pockets. So nothing too concerning with this storm. And then everything you see to the west of there, when you get into that other colors of light orange, yellow, green, and blue, you're dealing with very light rain, or on the lighter end of the precipitation scale, as always. So right now we only have one severe warning left on the board here, folks, so that is good news. We'll see if any other storms can continue picking up any intensity. I do suspect our storm here by Oil Springs, if it does, that will get a severe warning on it. Okay, and then we've just got our line of non-severe storms going up. Highway 11, again, some pockets of heavier rain, but for the most part, not concerning as far as that's concerned. So, DS saying, can feel the pressure, Smith Falls area, Eastern Ontario. Not expecting much for my end today. I definitely not a lot that we're expecting, but again, late, early morning, basically overnight, early morning, you might see some showers coming through the area tomorrow in Eastern Ontario. So no problem, Shelby. I'm glad we were able to answer your question there. So okay, cool. Caught up on the chat. And again, if you're new here, you can scan the QR code that I always do the wrong hand because it's backwards, but QR code that's just beside me here on the right, that will get you to our link tree, which you can upload photos or videos of anything you're seeing with these storms to share with us. Also, it brings you to all of our social media links and that kind of stuff, so where you can find us on basically the internet, so you can do that, or the link is below in the description on the YouTube channel. I can't remember if I put it in the Facebook description. I may have not done that today, and but you can find it. Nightbot also throws the link in to the chat every once in a while, so you'll be able to find it in there. So Alice saying, Kilsyth hydro out, thunderstorm passed, dropped almost an inch of rain. So that's those really heavy rainfalls that we've been talking about that are very isolated in certain pockets. And those are the ones that can accumulate very quickly. So here is our latest scan. So let's take a look at everything here. Again, showers moving through the west side of the GTA area, Mississauga, pockets of very heavy rain through Oakville, kind of west of there. Our storm here by Cambridge, between Cambridge and Milton and Guelph area, that is just very heavy rain right around 401 and 6 where they meet. You've got heavy torrential rain, but no hail indicated on that storm. Moderate wind within it. I can give you an idea. We're not seeing anything super bright, but 60 kilometers an hour in a pocket above the surface. So again, 40 to 50 on the surface roughly, to give you guys an idea. So again, not really strong, but definitely a little bit gusty. So still maintaining that severe warning, but I expect that to drop here shortly from Environment Canada if we continue to see this storm weakening. And back to the southwest from there, we are just dealing with regular showers or thunder showers at this point. A few isolated pockets here of heavier precip right around, actually I'll just highlight this one by Dorchester. That's got, again, it's a small little bean of a storm, nothing too intense on it, but does have heavy precipitation within it. And then let's just take a look here east of Oil Springs, I want to say. Yeah, east and northeast of there, there's 1 pixel of pink, so maybe pea-sized hail within that. This is kind of west of Alvinston. You have definitely very torrential, heavy rain within it, but the winds are basically very mild within these storms as they're moving through. And then Chatham, Kent, a little bit of rain. I'm just going to take a look here to the northwest of there. Just going to see what that's doing here. Moving eastward at this point, so this will skirt to the north of Chatham, Kent currently. A little bit of rain coming off Lake St. Clair just a little bit further south, but that does look like very heavy rain within that. Maybe tiny hail within it, but that would be pea-sized at most. And then let's switch back up here and take a look at all our storms kind of west of Orangeville. I'm just going to show you how these are tracking. You can see this kind of moving northeast as it continues throughout this evening here. And they stretch basically from Orangeville all the way over to Palmerston and Harriston area, just north of Listowel. You can see that if I freeze that on our latest scan here. Very heavy rain within those storms, thunder and lightning as well, and winds are moderate in pockets, but for most part mild winds within that. So again, non-severe storms for the most part at this time on the board, which is, like I said, good news for everybody. And let's just take a look up here by North Bay. So showers moving through the North Bay area, pockets of heavier rain up there, but those won't last for very long. They're not, there is some red embedded in this line, so that is that heavier precip, and it's kind of tucked in along Highway 11, essentially through South River, and then off to Kearney, basically. Everything south of there, for the most part, moderate to light rain. So again, this is kind of what you're going to be expecting over the next 12 to 18 hours, roughly anywhere in these areas. And right now, just that one storm that is severe warned, but I do expect it to drop here if that's kind of tucked in between Guelph, Cambridge, and Milton area. I expect that one to drop off there very shortly. So getting rain mostly moving out of the Niagara Peninsula. If there is any rain, it is mostly moderate to light rain throughout those areas. So getting a comment here, pea-sized hail in Fergus. So thank you very much for that update. Really appreciate it. What else? Don saying they finally fixed Carvel radar out in Alberta. Yeah, we were all watching that, and I think it got fixed yesterday, I want to say, or maybe the day before. So it definitely makes it hard to cover storms when you can't see them on radar. So okay, let me see here. 6:14 p.m. So did we get a new scan here, or let me just double check here. 6:11. So we're about 2 minutes away from our next scan. I was on the US radar, which updates quite a bit more. So dark clouds over Lake Erie, and yes, that will be a common theme here over the water. Basically, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, you guys will have some dark storms in those areas, so definitely something to pay attention to if you're going to be heading out on the water. I'd be very careful. So Liv's asking if Niagara region is going to flood again. I don't see that happening out of these storms. The precipitation that's been coming out of them has not been intense enough and sitting over the same area long enough that you would get flooding. Right now it's moving out and there's not a whole lot behind it currently, so I don't think there's going to be any flooding with the way things look right now. So Okay, so caught up on the chat. Let's take a look here. We should have a new scan here in a minute or less. So, and it just popped up here. So, a little bit of hail indicated just kind of to the just on the shore of Lake Ontario by Mineola. That may be pea-sized hail. We've got a couple of pixels of pink in there. So, we're just going to highlight that right in this area here, just again on the edge of Lake Ontario. Not a severe warning storm, but that is all surrounded by very heavy precipitation, so torrential rain as that kind of gives its last kick at the can before it goes over the water, more than likely. Heavy rain through Oakville right now, but again, not seeing any hail indicated on it. Definitely some dark reds in there, so torrential rain within that. Our storm here that is in this warning box definitely does not qualify as severe anymore. There's no hail on it. There's no strong winds on this storm, and it is very broken up as it sits right now through the 401 and Highway 6 area near Campbellville. There are some pockets of very heavy rain, but that is it as far as that's concerned. Obviously still a thunderstorm, so still packing some thunder and lightning within it. Our storms back to the southwest look to be weakening around Woodstock area and Dorchester. There's south of London, just on the south side of London by the 401, there's a heavy pocket of precipitation, and on the east side, but that's it at this time. And let's take a look here. Storms by Petrolia and Oil Springs and Alvinston. Might be tiny pea-sized hail on this. Non-severe thunderstorm at this point. Continuing to move eastward at this time. So that will track along Highway 80 basically somewhat as it continues eastward. Very heavy precipitation, some thunder and lightning associated with it as well. And then north of Chatham-Kent area, I'm just going to switch over to my other radar. Definitely showing a little bit of hail in there from both radars from Cleveland, radar from Detroit radar or northwest of Detroit, and then our Exeter radar here in Canada also showing it. So maybe pea-sized to grape-sized hail north of Chatham-Kent, moving eastward at this point roughly. So that would be in this area here. And I don't know why it's always doing that. That's a bit of a glitch. And it is essentially moving in this, roughly in that general direction, so eastward. So a small hail core, this again would be pea-sized at most, I would think, on the surface at this time. Let's just take a look. Definitely a possibility of some flooding issues up here with our line of storms that are kind of moving slowly through the area and continuing to hang out through that Harrison to Orangeville corridor, essentially. So definitely very heavy rain within that. Mostly around Harrison, Palmerston, Mount Forest, and then a little bit eastward. We've got those dark reds with thunder and lightning. Let's just take a look at our winds. A few pockets of stronger winds in there. I'm just going to take a look here. 40 to 50, 60 kilometers an hour roughly I'm seeing in spots here. Maybe not up to 60, but in the 50s for sure. So getting close to that 60 range, but that is above the surface. So again, 40 kilometers an hour on the surface, probably somewhere in that neighborhood. So rain is the bigger component out of all of these storms that we're talking about right now. And you can see a couple more storms moving through Collingwood, Stayner area. And that is it. Right now, a little bit of a storm here just over the water north of Midland. And that is kind of west of Gravenhurst. And through Kearney, through South River, up to North Bay, we've got moderate to moderate heavy rain within that initial line, and some light to moderate winds on that as well. So overall, there's the severe warning was dropped as well. So we no longer have any severe warnings. Oh no, what the? Am I losing my mind? I must have not seen it. I thought it was gone. Anyways.
It's like blended into the precip.
Gotta wake myself up. Holy cow. I don't know how I swear I did not see that on the map. Anyways, okay. So, Justin, good to see you in from Toronto area. I try to jump in the comments as much as I can. When it's busy, it's a little bit harder. Peter just saying Cambridge, a lot of rain second round, and yes, you do have some rain coming through. Storms trailing back to the southwest, so that is why we have those special weather statements out for total amount of rainfall out of this system, and to the north we have rainfall warnings where those green boxes are. So if you ever want to know what our colors are all about, we have a legend down at the bottom that will tell you whether it's to do with severe thunderstorms, tornado. I'm gonna have to update that to have waterspout. Waterspout is a form of a tornado, so that's why the boxes are red. Rain and flood warnings are green, heat and humidity pink, and then fire is orange. So we try and keep the colors fairly simple and straightforward. They did extend the severe thunderstorm warning all the way. That's an interesting box that they put out there. We'll see what the next scan shows here, because they get the scan about a minute or two before us. We get our scans every 8 minutes, and it takes, once it comes from the radar, the scan takes 6 minutes, takes a minute to process it, and then a minute to send it out. So again, roughly every 8 minutes we get our scans here. So okay, let's jump in here. So right now, what?
That's gotta be just for rain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm hoping this is for rain. Let me just take a quick look at it. No, they're calling for strong wind gusts up to quarter-size hail and heavy rain. But I mean, there is definitely heavy rain in it, but it's not to the severe potential, I don't think. But anyways, neither here or there. Right now we do have heavy rain through Oakville, kind of to the south of Milton back to Campbellville. That is the only area right now with heavy precipitation. I am going to kill off my pink circle there. There's no longer any real hail indicated. There's 1 pixel of pink right on the lakeshore here, east of Mississauga through kind of Lakeview. That is maybe pea-sized at most. Downtown Toronto about to see some rain here, but for the most part it is moderate to light rain. You could have a pocket of heavy rain moving through there, but we're not expecting any intensity to any of this on the severe side of things. Again, you know, we're talking moderate to light winds, moderate to light rain, and this is again going to move through through downtown there shortly. So that's all that we're expecting. Again, I don't see this severe warning being extended much further, because all the hail has come out of those storms for the most part. And let's take a look at Niagara Peninsula. Again, through Niagara Falls right now, we do have some rain moving through there, but that is moderate to light rain for the most part. There's one area here that is kind of to the southwest of Niagara Falls. That is basically just moderate to heavy rain, and we're not seeing a lot of lightning. There's 1 lightning strike on it. So again, these are just showers at this point. Some of them obviously more intense than others. Just going to take a look at the rest of it here. So yeah, that's all we've got going on right now. Chatham, Kent, I'm going to see what the Exeter radar shows for that. Exeter not showing any hail. Let me just see what height we're at here. 5,000 feet. Let's just switch over here. Okay. Switch up the radar. No, that's not what I want. There. We're about the same height, so a little bit different, but not showing any hail on Exeter radar right now. Just very heavy precip north of Chatham, Kent area. Again, non-severe thunderstorms is what the story is right now at this point. We did have a bunch of them warned earlier, but for the most part right now, you're just dealing with very heavy rain, some thunder and lightning. Anywhere you see those dark reds, that's where you're seeing that very heavy precipitation. And you can see it's in pockets around Dorchester, east of London and southeast of London. Some heavier rain, maybe a little bit of thunder and lightning. Our biggest pocket of heavy precipitation, again, stretching kind of east of Harriston, almost over to Shelburne, basically, through Mount Forest. That area definitely has a little bit moderate winds in it, and definitely very heavy precipitation in pockets south of Mount Forest. That is torrential rain in those areas with lots of lightning and thunder. The rest of it, like I said, pretty weak overall when we're talking about severe components. There are showers kind of north of the Toronto area through Newmarket, Uxbridge, but those are just mild showers. Even the stuff around Orangeville to the south, moderate heavy precipitation. And then our pocket of severe warning here by south of Milton all the way through to the north of Oakville, south and east of Mississauga. That's where the heaviest of rain is currently sitting out there. So that's it. There's not much else to talk about. In terms of severe weather, we do have showers moving through, like I said, northern Ontario, heading up through North Bay, Sudbury area, and continuing up towards Temiskaming Shores. And that's why you see those green boxes up there. They are expecting a ton of rain throughout those regions. They're calling for 50 to 100 millimeters of rain roughly through the system over the next probably 12 to 18 hours or roughly. So you can see that there's going to be, it's not a short event, let's put it that way. I'm just going to switch to see if there's a couple of storms up by Kapuskasing. Let me just see here. Kapuskasing getting a little bit of intense lightning. You can always, again, that's the cheat code. The lightning, where you see that, you're going to see that heavier precip. But again, these are non-severe storms at this time. So let me swing back down and we'll wait for our next scan here from King City radar. We should have that here in about 1 minute or less. We'll see if that severe warning sticks around. So just some comments about, I guess there's a lot of people at Rogers Stadium in Toronto for the BTS concert, and then there's a CFL game at BMO Field and the CNE. So yes, there's definitely rain headed for you guys. That's already there for the most part. It's not as intense as it was earlier. We're not seeing any hail. Our strongest or heaviest rainfall right now from stretches from Milton to just to the north of Oakville. And again, this is marching northeast, so that will head towards basically downtown Toronto. And just expect showers. That is coming your way. The winds, let me just going to double check here. Winds are moderate to light within that, but you can see where this dark red area, that is where your heaviest of rain. The rest of it is just regular showers at this point, folks. So you won't be dodging the rain, but you'll be getting it out in those areas. So definitely get out the umbrellas. If you did bring a rain jacket or anything like that, I definitely would be throwing it on there very shortly if you're down in any of those events that we were just mentioning. Some showers here by Chatham, Kent. That one is losing intensity as well, so that's definitely starting to drop off there. And then Newbury, Glencoe area, very heavy rain with that dark red, but the rest of it moderate to light for the most part. So non-severe thunderstorm as we're looking at things here. So let's just take a look here. Storms have, the precipitation is still tucked in around the Mount Forest area of heavy rain in there to very heavy rain just south on Highway 6. But that pocket looks to be shrinking. Let me look at a couple of scans here. Give me one sec.
There's a video in the media thing there from Milton from 5:15 from the hail when I went through Milton.
Oh, okay. And you've previewed it or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So this is from Kristen out of Milton. I'm just going to put this up full screen and we'll play this out here. So bear with me. So we'll show that. So you can see that that's basically grape-sized hail. Maybe a few smaller or bigger ones in there, but prolific hail at that time, and you can see the leaves falling off the tree. So again, thank you for sharing that, Kristen. Thank you very much. That is from Milton. That was at 5:15 p.m. So that's not current. Just so we're clear on that. That was about 45 minutes ago when that storm did move through. So you can see that it had essentially grapes in there or smaller hail, but lots of it falling at that time. So thank you for sharing that. And I just noticed something. I just need to update. I haven't been running this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so again, I think our precip core here might start weakening, and we're talking about around Mount Forest area along 89 and Highway 6. We'll see on the next few scans, but I think that will start to weaken in terms of that precipitation core. Right now, just very heavy rain is what you're dealing with in there. Moderate winds as well. And again, for the most part, we're dealing with just one area where we do have severe warned storm, and that is again around the Mississauga area back to the west of there. So let me just quickly switch over to another radar. Storms starting to go through kind of the provincial park, Algonquin Provincial Park around the Huntsville area. But the precip looks on that last scan definitely lost a lot of red. Let me just double check that. You can see here it's starting to weaken in terms of that precipitation. So still raining in Huntsville, but again, normal showers between Huntsville and South River, a little bit more moderate heavy. And that's it basically up that way. So a few thunder showers up that way, nothing to be concerned about. Obviously, if you're in the park, thunderstorms, you do want to take shelter if you can, if you do have that option. But we're not expecting any real strong winds. Rain has almost moved out of Niagara Falls itself. We're just very light showers for the most part. Just a small pocket of a little bit more rain in there, but overall, Niagara Peninsula looking pretty clear at this time. So looking pretty good other than our one severe storm to the west of downtown Toronto through Milton, Oakville, and just to the south of Mississauga. That's the one very heavy precipitation area, and then around Mount Forest, those are our two areas that we're watching right now. So okay, so they've just updated that warning. What have they put out here? 6:34 p.m. Severe thunderstorm is located over Campbellville. This is a severe thunderstorm is moving east at 50 kilometers an hour. So they are moving at a fairly quick pace. And here's the reason it's still warned. Heavy rain is possible. So that is the equivalent of a flash flood warning because the rain has been trailing through that area. So this is that very heavy precipitation. And that's why they're leaving that severe warning. It's not for wind. It's not for hail. It's just for very heavy precip, and they just updated something else. I'm just zooming out to see what they've done here. We got a severe warning out in British Columbia, so bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to switch over here. This is southwest of Kelowna. I can't see it on that one because of the mountains. Mountains get fun when it comes to storms because a lot of times the beams get blocked. These storms are moving north. Right now, they've severe warned a storm here by Princeton. This is in British Columbia, just so we're clear. I just saw it pop up, so I'm just going to read what's going on here. Thunderstorm is located near Eastgate, is moving north at 50 kilometers an hour. They are calling for strong wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and heavy rain. Locations that are nearby areas that could be impacted: Eastgate, Princeton, Colmont, and Tulameen. And that's basically right now just on the west side of this warning here. Very heavy rain, but we are in the mountains, so again, radar is a little more difficult out in the mountain area, and that is moving due north almost essentially at this point. So that's the only warning that we have out in British Columbia at this point. Again, not seeing any hail indicated on that scan, so that's the good news. Just very heavy rain west of Highway 3 and the Princeton area. So let me me swing back here to our Southern Ontario stuff, and we'll take a look at that and update you guys. So we just got our latest scan here from King City Radar. Still tons of rain slowly moving through Milton, then Erin Mills, Clarkson. Lots of heavy rain in this, moderate winds. It will be coming up through Mississauga all along the lakeshore basically, and some rain moving into downtown Toronto. So we do have again, you guys expect rain with this, but our biggest pocket of that precipitation would be tucked in. Whoops. Still getting used to this tool, guys. I've been doing things one way for over a year with probably close to 100 streams. We just updated that tool. So this area that I've got highlighted in pink, that is our area of very heavy precipitation, and it is moving northeast. So this will come into downtown and the west side of Toronto through Mississauga. But right now, that's what you're dealing with, is just very heavy rain, thunder and lightning, no hail indicated on this scan. And I don't think there'll be any hail on it, but we'll keep monitoring it. And if it does, we'll update you folks on it. So, and our precipitation core right near Mount Forest is definitely starting to lose some intensity. You can see that there's a pocket of red, which is very heavy rain. The rest of it is orange, yellow, green, and blue. So it is starting to spread out, starting to lose some of that intensity. And again, these are all non-severe storms, folks, that are moving through the area throughout Southern Ontario. Basically, you can see how much red there was on the screen earlier, and now we've lost a bunch of it. And again, we only have one severe warned storm, and it is warned for heavy precipitation, not wind and not hail. So, you know, obviously flooding can be an issue. So that is the main threat that you're dealing with in our area here, just on the west side of Lake Ontario, through Milton, Erin Mills, and kind of the Mississauga area. So let me adjust something here as well while I'm in here. I'm going to bring that down to 15 scans, just so we don't have to play the radar too much there. So again, very heavy rain through those areas there, from Milton stretching over to the lake, essentially through Erin Mills and then south of Mississauga. This is again moving northeast essentially at this time. So you can see how this is training upwards. So again, we will draw a couple of things here. So we are moving up in that general direction. That's where the rain is stretched out at the bottom, and that's the general direction of travel at this point. So definitely you are going to get wet if you are anywhere in front of this, and some of that precip is very intense in terms of total rainfall. Let's take a look in Southwest Ontario. Just by Chatham, Kent, a few minor showers in there. There's definitely some pockets of heavier rain, not much for winds. You are definitely just dealing with heavy precip in very small pockets, non-severe storms. Glencoe, Newberry area, there may be some tiny pea-sized hail. We have 1 pixel of pink, so borderline if there would be pea-sized hail in there, but heavy rain, lightning and thunder in that as well. Non-severe warned storm at this time. And then we're just back up to what we were talking about, Mount Forest area. Again, lots of precipitation in that along 89, but I suspect that intensity is going to start breaking up a little bit. So, okay. Peter saying there's no spot to take shelter at Rogers Stadium. I'm pretty sure umbrellas were not allowed inside the stadium. So definitely you want to get in and get out of there if this heavy rain is coming in. The thunder and lightning would be the bigger concern for me, being exposed like that outside. If you can't get shelter in the stadium, I definitely would be finding an alternate source. Unfortunately, I know that ruins everybody's fun, but with thunder and lightning and that kind of heavy rain coming coming in, you definitely want to be sheltered from it. That's going to be my 2 cents on that one. So that is definitely headed in that general direction. This is our latest scan right now. So the rain now making it into Mississauga, west of downtown Toronto. There's moderate to light rain through there, but our lightning is tucked in here between basically the 401 407 interchange west of Mississauga and stretching towards the lakeshore. Still severe warned because of that very heavy precipitation in that. We can draw this and update it. And let's take that around here. So that is our very heavy rain, and again moving northeast at this time. So if you are in the path of this, definitely be taking shelter. I would not want to be caught outside again, just from the lightning aspect. You guys, if you've been watching the stream for a while, my house got very close to getting hit by lightning and scared the bejesus out of me. We have a clip of that in case you've missed it and haven't had fun watching it. But lightning,
I highly recommend it.
I definitely always comment about the thing with storm chasing that scares me more than anything is lightning and other chasers or other drivers on the road for the danger factor of things. So our storm here by Mount Forest definitely losing the precipitation slowly but surely. That red is going away and we're dealing with more oranges, yellows, and greens and blues. So definitely still a bit of wind on it, lightning and thunder, but again, non-severe precipitation at this time. Let's just take a look down here in southern Ontario. I'll loop back around. Again, just some showers around Chatham, Kent, some heavy, obviously with that dark area of dark red. This would be just south of Kent Bridge, and you may have pea-sized hail in that just to the north of the 401. So just something to keep in mind. These are moving eastward at this point. Heavy rain through Glencoe right now, but not indicating any hail on the radar scan. Just flipping back over here. So yeah, this definitely has a bit of wind in it, but nothing too scary at this time. Just moving eastward, and again, non-severe thunderstorm at that time. Few other showers that you can see here around Dorchester, Ingersoll, Woodstock, but those are extremely minor showers. Even the ones going through Cambridge, that is just a non-severe storms at this point. We've talked about Mount Forest, Port Elgin, back to the, I haven't been covering any of the yellow, green, and blue stuff because that's just light showers, folks. There's nothing concerning with those ones. And then let's just flip over here. So still some storms coming from Huntsville area on the western, very western edge of Algonquin Park, just east of South River. Moderate to moderate heavy to down to light rain. Obviously, few thunder, lightning strikes with thunder and lightning on that, obviously. So definitely pay attention there. If you're outside, you don't want to get caught with lightning. And then up by North Bay, most of that heavier precip has moved out of North Bay and continues to move northeast at this time. So you can see that as that's progressing here. So you'll see that that's over the last hour and a bit here. Okay. Swing back down and let's take a look at this and wait for our next scan here. We're about 3 minutes out from that. So getting Peter saying there's a delay at BMO Field. Game is on hold till 6:36 p.m., which that must be an old comment. Sorry, I obviously didn't jump on that because I'm showing 6:46 p.m. right now. So hopefully they've jumped back on the game. So what else have we got here?
That would be the Argonauts, so they probably wouldn't be playing yet. The CFL there.
Oh, okay. Jody asking, are these Southwest Ontario storms going to make their way to Ottawa? These storms will get there with the system, so not these particular storms. I want to reiterate that. I was kind of misspeaking there. Storms will happen very late overnight, meaning early tomorrow morning and throughout the day, possibly tomorrow. We're not expecting anything too crazy, but we will look at models before we go to bed tonight and then tomorrow morning, and we will update on our page if there's anything concerning for Eastern Ontario. Our focus definitely shifts towards Eastern Ontario tomorrow. Is there anything, Connor, going on in Southern Ontario tomorrow, or is it mostly Eastern Ontario?
No, there should be some like wraparound showers off the backside of the low when it swings back south.
Yeah.
But just showers in Southern Ontario. Most of the thunderstorm activity will be in Eastern Ontario.
Okay. So there you go. That's what we're kind of expecting tomorrow. So people will be getting wet at the BTS Stadium concert. Yes, you're definitely, like I said, you're not avoiding this rain anywhere through the Toronto area, GTA, throughout all of that. This is definitely headed up that way. It's pretty significant. Again, my biggest concern is the thunder and lightning. Obviously, that is the bigger threat for if you're outdoors and exposed. I would not recommend that. This is your heads up. If you know anybody in that general direction where we've got our arrows, that is where this precipitation is headed, along with that thunder and lightning. So V-Ball or Lefty, heads up, we have some new hats coming out. You were asking about some sport caps or ball caps like Connor wears. I wear it too, but anyways, we are in the process. We will post on our page, actually. We're doing a limited run of Canadian Weather Live embroidered ball caps. So I know you asked us about it, and there's any others. Keep an eye on our merch store, which the link is in the top right corner. We will be posting that. So we have a limited run of ball caps coming out because we've had a number of requests for it. So that will be a pre-order, and they should be delivered after. We're going to run it only for 2 weeks, and then they'll be delivered within 2 weeks. So let's just jump back in. I saw your name there, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned that to you because I know you've asked about it. So let's take a look. They haven't extended the warning, the severe warning. There is some wind here around 401 through Meadowvale area. That's definitely a little bit gusty in there, so you're probably talking 40 to 50 kilometers an hour, so nothing too crazy, but definitely a little bit of wind associated with it through heavy precip on the south side through Brampton, Mississauga area out over to the lake, and then moderate to light rain through downtown Toronto at this time. And again, this is all moving northeast at this time. So let me just draw my arrow. So we've got all this precip moving up in this general direction. So you can see that that's going to cover a fairly large area. You are getting wet. Our lightning is back more to the west, but you never know with lightning. It's so unpredictable. You never know where that's going to strike. So that is the bigger thing. Get out of the way with that lightning making its way into the area. So let's take a look at our precipitation, which has changed a little bit here west of Shelburne. A bit of a line showing. You can see how the storms reached out for each other along Highway 10 there. So we do have some precip from Arthur all the way up cross Highway 10 between Dundalk and Flesherton. That's where the heaviest of the precipitation is. Again, non-severe storms at this time. Some wind in there, but moderate to light for the most part throughout that. And again, non-severe at this time. Let's just take a look down here in Southwest Ontario. And a few minor pockets of showers here around Chatham-Kent to the south of there, east of Tilbury. Pocket of very heavy precipitation, but it is extremely small. Same thing for our storm here between Ridgetown and Thamesville. That is, again, not seeing any hail indicated on radar. This is just along to the north of the 401 corridor, and just basically very heavy rain. Same thing with the Glencoe area as well. And they have updated our severe warning. They have pushed it a little bit further to the northeast and east of Mississauga. Just going to read what they're talking about. Heavy rain. So 6:50 p.m. The severe thunderstorm is located over Lake Aquitaine. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that's remotely close. The severe thunderstorm is moving east at 50 kilometers an hour. Heavy rain is possible. So that's what they're calling for, is that heavy rain. And you can see where our arrows are. That's where it's kind of headed at this point, and definitely picking up some intensity. So that is the local radar scan. You can see all that dark red is very heavy rain. And then we have a lot of lightning strikes here through Mississauga, Meadowvale, Huttonville, throughout all those areas coming into Toronto Pearson International Airport. So that's definitely going to delay some flights getting in or out for while that moves over the area. So just something to keep in mind if you do have flights going out of Toronto. They're going to be delayed for a little bit here while that storm moves through the area. Obviously, can't take off, or it's not safe to take off and that kind of stuff. Storms along Highway 11 definitely losing a little bit of that intensity. Moderate to light rain throughout that Highway 11 corridor all the way up through North Bay and then further north. But that's basically it at this point. Some showers in the Barrie area, but extremely minor. Some smaller pockets of heavier precip, but that's basically it at this point. V-Baller got the message. Watching there, I see the woohoo coming into the chat for the ball caps. So again, they're already live on the store. If anybody wants to check them out, we are launching them officially tomorrow, but they are live on the store, so you're getting a heads up. You can go to cwlstore.ca. The link is above Connor. If you guys are interested in embroidered ball caps, I was mentioning that earlier. So anyways, let me jump back into the comments here.
Just flipping through traffic camera here to see if we can find any flooding going on the highways.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Keep up with that. Don saying Tom looked relatively composed during that lightning strike. Definitely not. It was definitely caught me off guard. Indica asking about if London is clear. So again, you guys are expecting showers for the next 16 hours. I want to say these warnings are those special weather statements are out for another 15 hours. So they're saying till through to Sunday morning, you can see local rainfalls exceeding 50 millimeters of rain. So there are showers that will be going through this whole region tonight. What we're monitoring is the severe aspect of it. So most of these storms should be non-severe, hopefully overnight. Even at this time, we only have one area that is considered severe, and the reason it's severe is for flash flooding. It is definitely packing a lot of rain into a small area in a small amount of time. So that's why they do have the severe warning, and that is for our storm through Mississauga, north of Oakville, and northeast of Milton, basically at this time. So this is our latest scan, and the good news is, let me just switch over, make sure I'm on the right radar. So let me kill off all my arrows here just to show you guys the direction of travel. The heaviest of precip is around the Brampton area, north of the 401, north of Mississauga. That's where the heaviest of the precip is. Down kind of towards the lakeshore, a little bit less intense. Still some pockets of moderate heavy, but you're still gonna get a bunch of rain through that area. But definitely Brampton area along the 410 Pearson International Airport, you're definitely getting a bunch of rain going through there right now. And through downtown Toronto, you're getting moderate to light rain. There is some possibly heavier rain headed for that area. And again, you can see that this is not something you're going to avoid. If you're anywhere in front of this line, I'm just going to measure it across. It's about 40 kilometers across of precipitation at this time. And let me just highlight where this is headed. So again, heading up in this general direction. and you're looking at that kind of path at this time. So again, that's where this is all headed, and still continues to have that very heavy precipitation embedded with it, where we have those darker reds. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Niagara Peninsula looks pretty clear at this point. There's very minor rain, if anything, out there, but overall looks very clear. And we do still have some showers and possible thunderstorms moving southwest of London. Our Glencoe storm, definitely a few pixels of pink in here, so there may be some pea-sized hail within that storm. This is moving eastward essentially at this time. Just going to show you how that's tracking. So that's heading towards just to the, well, it'll go through Dutton and off to Port Stanley and St. Thomas area. We'll see if that maintains any intensity. Right now, again, we are saying possibly pea-sized hail within it. And then our storm here by Ridgetown, just along the 401, very heavy precip core, but very tiny at that. Just going to look back through Michigan, nothing coming from that direction. So again, expect showers for the most part throughout these regions overnight and into tomorrow morning. Again, hopefully they're not going to be severe, which we don't expect them to be severe. Especially once the sun goes down, we should be losing that intensity, and we've lost most of the intensity, quite honestly, on a lot of these storms already. You're just dealing with very heavy rain for the most part, and that's why those special weather statements are out there. So west of Shelburne on 89, very heavy precip in pockets there, moderate to light elsewhere, maybe a little bit along Highway 10. Stayner area just southwest of there, some more storms, and then a bunch of rain again on to the north of Toronto through Alliston, Innisfil, but those are moderate. Those are light on the light end of the precipitation scale. There's not even any real orange in there, so not much to pay attention to up there. Some showers coming off of Georgian Bay along the 400, so a little bit of heavy precip in here. And again, once they come ashore, they do lose a little bit of intensity as they continue to move onshore. They do lose that precip, so slowly but surely anyways. And then again, just a bunch of rain through North Bay, almost out of it in the North Bay area, but it is moving north, so you're kind of riding that line. So the precip is taking a little bit longer to make its way out, even though that is very narrow in terms of a band of precipitation. So just lots of rain expected for all of these regions that you see. Our green boxes that are out, those are rainfall warnings, and then the gray boxes are special weather statements through basically all of southern Ontario, southwest Ontario, just because of the amount of rain coming. And the red boxes that are over the water, so basically Lake St. Clair, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, and Lake Ontario, those are all for water spout watches for the next 11 hours. So conditions are favorable for the development of water spouts early Sunday morning through Sunday night. There's potential that the risk of water spouts will continue into Monday as well. So that's what's ongoing. So they're funnel clouds, and sometimes they can reach the surface, and the clouds base of all of these storms with the system coming through will be low in the first place. So that's why they're putting out those warnings. Just wanted to cover that as well. So that's a great comment. Tom jumped faster with the lightning faster than a cat with a cucumber. Yeah, and I've seen those videos, so yeah, definitely I did jump. And again, you can catch that on our YouTube channel or even our Facebook. Let me just highlight here. So this is our latest scan. So right now, some heavy rain coming through downtown Toronto. We're moderate heavy to light rain throughout. The heaviest of the precip still continues to be north of the 401, right around Brampton, 410 and 400 interchange, right over the Pearson International Airport. Let me just take a look at winds in here. Brampton, a little breezy in Brampton, just to this along the 410. We've got some 67 kilometers an hour off the surface. So 50 to 60 to 65 maybe on the surface. So breezy, but not dangerous in the sense of shouldn't be causing damage. When we start to approach that 90 kilometers an hour, that's where things start to get tossed around. They still have the severe warning on our storm here, just to the through the Mississauga area, but Mississauga for the most part is out of it. I'm just taking a look to see whether they're killing this off, but right now it's still here. So again, just dealing with that very heavy precipitation. The lightning has gone down on it around the Toronto area, which is good, especially like we were talking about people out for a concert, or if you're going to the game or anything outdoors. Lightning is the biggest kind of issue, but right now only showing a couple of lightning strikes, so that is good. It's showing the intensity is dropping on this particular cluster of storms that are going through the area. So a few strikes around Brampton, but that's basically it. And let's just take a look here. I'm just going to quickly zoom to Southwest Ontario, and then I'll make my way from there. So still around Ridgetown, heavy precipitation. There may be pea-sized hail between there and Highgate, right along the 401 corridor. I don't know if we've got a camera in there, but I don't think we do in that area. And basically pea-sized hail would be my guess on this, with very heavy rain in that small pocket. Continues to move eastward towards the lake, so it's heading out that way. And then east of Glencoe, south of Melbourne, still showing very heavy torrential rain with possibly pea-sized hail, light to maybe a few pockets of moderate winds as this continues to move towards St. Thomas and kind of Port Stanley area. That's where this cluster is headed at this time. So still maintaining some intensity on it. So that is definitely one to kind of pay attention to. Still not severe warned, so that is the other good news there. Our storms here by Shelburne and Arthur area northwest of Orangeville, definitely losing a little bit of that precipitation. You can see how that you have storms that were moving north, east basically, and then a line slamming into it from the west. So that is what's unfolding here. Definitely some strong rain in here, but that's basically it. Very heavy precipitation on the leading edge of it. Winds moderate to light depending where you are in reference to that, and maybe a little bit of hail just by Stayner, but I'm just going to double check. Yeah, so between Creemore and Stayner, possibly a little bit of pea-sized hail out of that, possibly. More than likely it's just melted by the time it gets to the surface. A bunch of beeping going on, so I'm just going to make sure okay. We still have
Stuff in BC being updated. That's what it is, I think.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick look out in BC. I'm just going to scan over to see what those storms look like. They haven't moved. Oh, they're firing off the hills, are they? They're moving a little bit, but so around the Princeton area, kind of to the west, we have a little bit of hail indicated on that, just heavy precipitation at this time. It would be borderline severe. This basically, I'm just taking a look at it. Again, the mountains do play with this where it's harder to see things, but small hail in that at most around the Princeton area there. So let me scoot back all the way and we'll just take a look at everything that's going on around Toronto. So they just updated the severe warning, and again, I believe this is for heavy rain. So yes, just 7:03 p.m. Environment Canada is tracking a severe thunderstorm over Mimico Beach, is moving east at 50 kilometers an hour, and it's heavy rain is possible. So again, we're seeing that the rain core or the precipitation core on this storm is going and weakening a little bit. Still very heavy rain associated with all of this, all the way up to Brampton. Stronger winds up towards Brampton. You can see those brighter greens. So definitely a little bit gusty up that way, but not dangerous at this time. And then very heavy rain going through Toronto at this point, right through downtown. So that's what we're looking at, folks. So 6:59 p.m. We're about 1 minute out from our next scan here or less. So
For whatever reason, every single traffic camera along, like from Mississauga all the way through to um, the Don Valley Parkway in Toronto is down.
Wow. Okay. Don Valley Parkway likes to flood. We know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So right now you can see, I'm going to highlight what the color of the storm, that's what we're going to focus on here. You can see how our storm had a whole bunch of red in it, dark reds, dark oranges. And as you can see over the last few scans, a lot of that red has gone out of it. It is a sign of a storm that is weakening. It's still raining a lot, but what I'm trying to show you guys is that this is slowly starting to weaken as it's moving northeast. Anywhere that you're dealing with orange and yellows is on the lighter end of the scale. Downtown Toronto, it looks like there's very heavy rain going through there right now, just along the Don Valley Parkway. Holy cow, brain shutting off there for a moment. But you can see that there's a bunch of rain through downtown. Again, I don't expect this to last for very long, and still a bunch of rain here through to the north of Brampton, basically tucked in between the 410 and the 427, and then, like I said, just crossing over the airport. But you can see that by the airport, we're down to the yellows, greens, and blues, so that is good news. That will be lightening up in terms of the precipitation. So overall, we are losing that intensity of the precip at this time. We're still going to show you guys where this is kind of headed at this point, but it looks to be weakening at this point. So, which is good news, and not a lot of lightning left on it. There's only a few strikes here and there. So that's, again, another way of seeing what's happening there. So what are they updating? Probably out west. Yeah, they're doing another one out west. So anyways, let me jump back in here. So down from Stayner right through there, there's very heavy precipitation right through Stayner. But again, no hail indicated. Few lightning strikes on that. Just going to look at my winds. Very light winds for the most part. Few tiny pockets of moderate. So let me take a look here. Yeah, just a bit moderate pockets of wind, but you're still seeing some dark red areas here around Shelburne, west of Orangeville, northeast of Arthur. But for the most part, those are small pockets of that heavier rain. Again, non-severe storms at this time. I just want to reiterate that because I know a lot of people get anxious with this kind of stuff. Indicating some hail here. So north of Dutton, right along the 401, south of Melbourne, west of St. Thomas, this storm does indicate some hail on it. And I'm going to just, I almost have gotten through without having to do that for a while. So we do have some hail in here right now tucked in. This is going to be grapes or smaller as far as hail. It is moving eastward. It's going to be crossing the 401. And again, this is heading towards between Port Stanley and St. Thomas is essentially where this is headed. This storm has been picking up a little bit of intensity as it's going along here. So I'll show you by Glencoe, dark reds, a couple of pixels of pink, still maintaining a couple pixels of pink, and then boom, we've got about 15 or 20 pixels here. So hail core picking up on this storm for sure. We will see how long that lasts. Thunder and lightning obviously associated with this as well, and a few pockets of moderate winds, but overall mostly light winds at that time. And then some heavy precip here by Highgate, but that is going to be over crossing through Clear Creek Forest Provincial Park. Again, heavy rain, maybe a couple of lightning strikes on it, but overall the winds are not bad on that. They're light to between light and moderate would be the way I would call that storm. And let's just go back up here to King City radar, and we've covered some of the stuff through Stayner here. So again, we did talk about that precip in there, but our heaviest of precip we have highlighted here through the Toronto area, stretching up to Brampton, through Richmond Hill, Vaughan, and it's going to be crossing through there, but the precipitation core on this storm is dropping, so that is good news. Okay. Yeah, GTA wide storm, amazing. Yes, it's like I said, it's 40 kilometers across where you have this precipitation moving through there. So,
Second little severe warning out there in BC, southwest of Princeton.
okay, I'll jump on that in a second. Erica, just giving some clarity for those confused. Rogers Stadium is open air located in Downsview area. Rogers Center is closed. It's downtown. So that's what we're maybe the Rogers side of it is confusing people just with stadium versus center. So yeah, thank you for that clarification. So apparently, the rain is really bad at the stadium right now. Lots of thunder, lots of nervous young people. And yes, I don't blame them. I mean, this is, again, lightning is the thing that worries me the most when we're talking about any kind of severe potential because it is so unpredictable. And there's no way to kind of give anybody any kind of prediction of where things are going to be. So I'm going to just scoot in here quickly, take a look at which radar. Okay, so they have a couple of still maintaining a little bit of hail here along Highway 5, Coquihalla Summit recreation area just close in there. This is BC. Obviously, I want to be clear. We're primarily covering Southern Ontario, but I do want to highlight this area in BC. Northwest of Princeton, there's definitely some hail on this storm. Just going to take a look here. We are probably talking grapes to loony-sized hail along Highway 5 currently. That's the one area of intensity that I can see. The rest of it is, for the most part, pretty non-severe at this time. So that's the only area out in BC that has any issues. So let me swing back here. 7-Eleven, we just got an update, like the corner store. That severe warning is definitely going to be dropping off here. Let me switch over, make sure I'm on the right radar. And the good news is, again, we are seeing that the precipitation is breaking up in this storm. We're now dealing with mostly orange, very little red left in that. It's very obvious that you can see that here. So quite a bit of that has, the precipitation has dumped, and this storm is starting to lose intensity. It still has lightning on it. It still has pockets of heavy rain. But again, we are seeing on the more lighter end of the scale. So no hail, no torrential rain, definitely still raining quite a bit. But there's that severe warning. It was dropped actually while we've been chatting about it. So again, no severe warnings left. Just going to take a look at our winds. A little bit windy here through kind of Kleinenberg area. There's a bit of wind in that. It is getting close to our radar, just so we understand. This is King City radar sitting right here in the center. And when you get close to that radar, the beams go out straight, basically. They don't shoot straight up. So radar does get blind when storms get over top of it. And they also look a little bit wonky. And they will sometimes show more intensity than actually is there. So it's a little misleading. That just comes from experience looking at radars. But overall, this is looking pretty good. Very heavy rain by Palgrave Bolton area. That is the one pocket of heavy precipitation that we can talk about close to the radar. And then our rain here by Shelburne, again, just a few minor pockets of red. That is slowly shrinking as well. And you're getting towards that lighter rain. You can see there was a far more red in this over the last number of scans. And we're now dealing with primarily orange, yellow, and green. Heavier rain, as you can see by Wasaga Beach, because it's over the water. So it does pick up north of Stayner. You're definitely getting some heavy precipitation within that. Let me just take a look. Winds are nothing to be concerned about, light to moderate. Some lightning associated with that. Definitely do not want to be caught on the beach in this because of those lightning strikes. And then some very heavy rain by Midland, even possibly pea-sized hail out of that, just because of the close proximity to that big body of water. Storms do absorb that moisture. They carry it onshore and then they dump it, and then they tend to lose some of their intensity. As you can see, these storms along Highway 11 and 400 have done so for the most part. There are some pockets of heavier precip, but again, non-severe at this point. No winds that are super concerning out of this storm, so we'll continue to monitor that as well. So that's all we're dealing with right now. So we basically have no more severe storms on the map at this time. So with water wind asking how bad is the rain tomorrow in Ottawa because we're traveling. Can you kind of comment on that, Connor? I'm going to grab a sandwich.
Yeah, sure. It's just regular rain showers, maybe some non-severe thunderstorms, but it's nothing that you've never driven through before. So it's definitely an easy drive.
What's the expected total rainfalls out of that? Do you know what they
Sure,
were calling for?
I can bring that up right now. Actually, let me see here.
Eat my sandwich.
Roughly between 5 and 10 millimeters, maybe a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit more up into the valley, around 20. But all in all, fairly tame.
Thank you, sir. B-baller say I'm supposed to be playing beach volleyball at Britannia tomorrow. Maybe not after all. Yeah,
Well,
if
you could technically, it just might be a little strange.
well, also it depends on your timing, whether early or late as well. So, and they're isolated storms tomorrow too. Like it's very wait, is
Yeah,
my
pretty
yeah,
scattered.
yeah, they're scattered basically. So I'm looking for Stormy the Spider actually while I'm eating my dinner just to see. I think there's still a spider web on the camera, so he's not in here. I'll normally before if the spider's on the screen, I'll warn people because I know obviously some people have phobias of them and whatnot, but this is just a view out of our studio here, and I can see down here this is kind of shimmering, and that's probably a spider web. So we'll see if he makes an appearance here before the end of the broadcast. But Stormy definitely rode out quite the storm a few weeks back, so probably 10 days ago or so. Okay, well, let me just see here. What's our latest scan? 717. So this is our latest scan right now. And you can see that the precip has completely changed here in terms of intensity. We had all that red, all that orange, and look at what's going on here. We have a ton of yellow, ton of green. Obviously, a few pockets of moderate, heavy rain. Downtown Toronto definitely still getting a bunch of rain in there. And then around Bolton, Palgrave area. But overall, this is now just turning into regular showers for the most part, folks. As well, around the Shelburne area, still one or two pockets of that heavier rain, but that's all we're dealing with at this time. Very heavy rain up through Wasaga Beach, just because, again, that close proximity to the big body of water, that moisture. Storms are picking up on it, but they will dissipate as they come onto shore. Excuse me, storm around Midland, very heavy rain south of there, a few lightning bolts. And then just along to the west of the 400, south of Parry Sound, some heavier showers in that area. Let me switch over to our closest radar. Northwest side of Algonquin Park, definitely getting some heavy precipitation. This has picked up a little bit of intensity here. East of South River on Highway 11, we are definitely getting very heavy rain through that area and some thunder and lightning. This is moving north with a slight drift to the east. That's what the line has basically been doing here for the afternoon and early evening, and that continues to be the case. So again, lots of showers throughout the region here around North Bay to Sudbury, but overall nothing severe warned at this point. So let me just double check here. I west of St. Thomas, still a pixel or two of pink here along the 401. Very heavy precipitation in that small core. Some winds in there as well, but again, non-severe at this time. We're a storm just north of Clear Creek Forest Provincial Park. Has a little bit of hail indicated on here. This would be grapes or smaller, moving east towards Lake Erie. That'll be out over the water here shortly. And a couple of, again, showers and thunderstorms through Belmont area. But again, nothing concerning London area, just rain, some thunder and lightning as well possible with it. And then we have a storm here near Burford or Cathcart. Very heavy rain in that, no real winds to speak of, not even showing any lightning on this storm. So that's just a very heavy rainmaker. And that continues just to move northeast at this time with all of these storms as this progresses through the area. So overall, things have improved drastically since we started the stream about 3 hours ago, and we're in a much better place as far as the precipitation and the intensity of that precipitation. So welcome aboard. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'm glad you ended up finding us as well. So Shelby saying, yeah, I have seen him. Yes, he still hangs out there because, again, I have under my eaves, I have LED lighting. So when darkness falls, the bugs come out and he hangs out and has a buffet. So I have definitely seen him, and like I said, I can still see the spider web there. So we'll see, like I said, if he makes an appearance tonight. And there may be stormy merch coming up. We'll keep you guys posted on that as well. I
think the only area left that has even a slight chance to go severe would be the Midland thing. Otherwise, it's pretty over from a severe aspect.
Yeah, I think that I just think that looks pretty intense, obviously because of the water, but we'll see what it does when it gets off of it across the 400 there. But you're right,
Yeah.
that's the only intense area you can. So we can very quickly look at this where you're seeing far less red everywhere throughout. It's all orange, yellow, greens, and blues at this point. So again, it's obvious to see where your areas of concern are. And we're about 1 minute out here, so we'll wait for our next scan, and then we'll kind of update you guys from there. So thank you, Eric, or Irk. Oh, God, I can't read it, so I'm going to pull it up. My eyesight. Oh, I said Erica earlier, and I'm wrong. That's Urquhart North. Okay. Close enough. Anyways, sorry. I try not to butcher people's names, obviously. So, but thank you very much. Appreciate the support. So, yes, we definitely like the WeatherWise app as well. All Rails Productions. I'm also a train nerd, so not only am I a weather nerd, I'm a train nerd. So definitely love the username. And yes, the WeatherWise app for us has been a game changer over the last 8 months since we switched to it, and it continues to upgrade. It continues to get better. Like I said, our drawing tool now has all sorts of cool functions. They finally, got some stuff done. But I mean, I can draw rectangles. I can do all sorts of crazy things now. You can just draw lines anywhere you want. So anyways, it's a fun toy, but obviously we want to make it visual for people that they understand what's going on, where it's headed, what's the what to expect. So okay, Here's our latest scan, 7:23 p.m. You can see around the Toronto area that these are now regular showers, folks. There's not even any lightning other than around Schomberg area. You can see that bright red between Palgrave and Schomberg. You've got a few lightning strikes, heavier rain in that area. Let me just take a look at the winds. Winds are just moderate to light up in that area. Nothing concerning. Precipitation around Shelburne. All the red has basically made its way out of this. This is also dying off. Stainer, definitely still some rain there. Wasaga Beach, heavy rain as that comes off the water. And basically, when it comes on shore, that is, I expect it to weaken. Still very heavy rain around Midland area that we were just discussing there. And then let's look north. And basically not much happening here. There is some heavy precip on the northwest side of the Algonquin Park, east of Trout Creek is essentially where we've got that heavier rain and some lightning strikes in there. A little bit of wind in there as well, but nothing too concerning when we're talking severe components. And let's take a look down to the south. Right here northeast of Clear Creek Forest Provincial Park, south of Rodney, just on the edge of the lakeshore. We do have possibly some small pea-sized hail moving over the lake. Very heavy precip in that small pocket. Heavy rain kind of interacting with the lake right around Port Stanley. So heavy rain, some lightning in there as well. And then west of St. Thomas, a couple pixels of pink, just southeast of the 401. So maybe pea-sized hail within that, but heavy rain. And the rest of it, again, just moderate, heavy to light rain throughout these regions. Nothing around the Niagara Peninsula. We're done in that area. So overall, folks, we're starting to look really, really good. Things are starting to subside here. What time is sunset? It's before 8, isn't it now?
That's actually
I think this was the last week that we had sunset at 8 p.m. or whatever, I believe.
Toronto specifically is 8:09 right now.
They're getting 9 more minutes of sun. 400 kilometers different.
Ottawa though is 7:58.
Okay.
That's so sad.
Thank you very much for the kind words, Anola. I really appreciate it. We put a lot of work into the production, and it's crazy. I had no clue, nor did Connor, when we started this, how much work goes into doing a live stream and setting all of this stuff up. But thank you very much. We do work hard at it, and there's always room for improvement, which is what we actually do. We're always looking at that. So, Sean Barnes, good to see you in the chat as always. Really appreciate that. Laura asking what the forecast looking like for Buckhorn, Ontario. Where's Buckhorn? Do you know where that is?
Let's find out.
Well, I'm doing the same thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's between east of Bob Cajun, between Burley Falls and Bob Cajun. So you're expecting showers. That's basically the meat and potatoes of it. Might be some thunder showers that move through there, but I would think on the very light end of it. You are in a special weather statement for another 15 hours. They are calling for significant rainfall this weekend through till Sunday morning. So that's why this special weather statement is good till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can see all the data at the top. This is another update that happened on the WeatherWise app. It tells you what time exactly it was updated, how long ago it started, and then when it's going to expire, and then all the other parameters in there. There's 10 million people, according to this, within that special weather statement, because they are covering a very large area with this gray box. That's where the special weather statement is. So it's through all the way from Windsor east of Peterborough and then heading north up to North Bay. So it covers a very large area. We just got an update here Last pocket of heavy rain right to the west of Newmarket through Schaumburg area. That's where our heaviest of rain is right now. There's only 1 or 2 or 3 lightning bolts in there, so very little lightning. Let's just take a look at our winds. Moderate to light winds within that. That is our last of our heavy precip in around the Toronto area. Shelburne storm precip is falling apart completely. You can see how that has weakened. We had a whole bunch of red, and now we're basically down to barely any orange, yellow, greens, and blues. So things are looking really good, folks. Still a bunch of rain by Wasaga Beach just as it comes, the precip comes off Georgian Bay. Midland still being affected by that. There could be some flooding happening around the Midland area because there has been heavy rain there for, let's just take a look, through Midland basically since 7-11. So about 20 minutes of pretty heavy torrential rain through that area. So that starts to kind of cause possible flooding issues. So just keep that in mind. And then Enola, thank you very much. That's really appreciated. Thank you for the support. And Nola Beans, strong skill set. If you're interested in helping out the platform, please, my email or our email is right below us, info@canadianweatherlive.ca. Please reach out through there and we can have a discussion about it. So we're always looking for help to improve our platform, and it's always greatly appreciated. All our moderators, storm chasers that we have during when there's severe weather events, we do have chasers out there as well, so always appreciate all of them. So looking pretty good right now as far as the weather is concerned around Toronto and Southern Ontario. So but yeah, definitely reach out. We would love to chat.
I'm so disappointed about these cameras in Toronto. I'm sure there's flooding down there, but we can't see it. All the cameras are offline.
They're updating a squall warning or something like that. Yeah, they just put out a squall warning on the western side of Lake Ontario. Just talking about wind gusts up to 35 knots are expected or occurring in the area. So obviously that's to do with our storms right here. South of Coburg, Colburn, the rest of it, let me just double check to make sure. Yeah, that's the only areas that would have any kind of wind intensity on the Canadian side. So just put out a squall warning out over the western portion of Lake Ontario. So oops, wrong radar. Let's take a look here. 729. So around St. Thomas, still a pixel of pink in there, but I would be suspicious that there's probably no hail at the surface on this. Just very heavy rain, but that also is starting to subside as well, folks. So that is good news. Our other storm that was just southeast of Rodney is moved out over the lake. That's where the hail is indicated right now. So no longer on shore at this point and has moved out over the water. So some hail indicated on that storm, and still very heavy rain around the Port Stanley area as well. So again, looking very good overall for everything that we're kind of dealing with at this point. We're going to keep an eye on a few areas. If things continue to kind of die down, we'll probably pull the stream at that point. But Kevin, oh yeah, Kevin's St. Thomas area. So one of our moderators here. Let me just take a look at this. So this is the storm. Let me zoom in here. So around St. Thomas, I'm just going to mute that and I'll show you guys this. Okay, let me pull this up. I'll show you. Again, this is from one of our moderators, Kevin, from St. Thomas area. And actually, I'll put the volume up here. So you can see that decent amount of rain coming down. Trees aren't moving a whole lot, so not a ton of wind in it. Visibility definitely lacking somewhat as that's going on, but in the distance, but overall not too bad. And that's the thing that we like to do on this channel is we tell you when to worry about severe weather, but more importantly, we tell you when not to worry about severe weather. And, you know, there's a lot of platforms out there, Facebook, other channels, whatever, that do call doomsday scenario every time there's anything to do with severe weather. We do not do that. That's one of the main reasons we actually started the platform. We don't like to hype stuff up and you know, get people scared. So a bunch of rain through Erin Mills right now, a small pocket of it around Mississauga, Erin Mills area, 403 and QEW, but basically just, you know, non-severe storm at that point. Still a lot of rain, but this again looks a little stronger than it actually is because it's right by the radar. There's definitely some heavy rain in here, but not as intense as the radar is indicating. North of Schaumburg, west of the 400. So a few lightning strikes up in that area. Let's just take a look at our winds. A little gusty in there, so definitely a few winds that are getting in there north of Highway 9, west of 400. Shelburne storm around north of Orangeville along Highway 10 is completely disintegrating. That is a what we call a nothing burger at this point. And then we still have our very heavy rain working its way from Wasaga Beach up through Midland and then crossing to the 400. But once that gets over the water or off the water, that will definitely lose some of its intensity, as we've mentioned before. They are updating all of our water spout watches. So they've just updated them. I'm going to wait for a second for more information, but they look like to expire in about 10 hours for the water spouts, which are basically funnel clouds or tornadic circulations over water. Essentially, that's what a water spout is. It's one of those things that we all discuss. Is it a tornado? Is it a water spout? You know, anyways, so they have just updated. That's what all those red lines are to do with. We have talked about it a couple times on the live stream that there are water spout watches out over all the bodies of water, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, and Georgian Bay, and then even Lake St. Clair. Down here in Southwest Ontario, and that is because the cloud deck is going to be very low and there's potential for quick little spin ups over the water. And that's why that is out there. So, okay, we're scooting around. I'm going to have a little bit more of my sandwich and then I'll answer some questions or comments in the chat there. Unless Connor wants to do it.
Sure. I'll do a Q&A.
That was a question I did not expect to get. I'd like to know what that flowering shrub was in the video. So maybe Kevin can comment on that. So
yeah, if anybody's got any questions, I'm down to do you know, impromptu Q&A or something. We should do another live Q&A at some point in the off season.
yeah, I'm definitely down for that. We had a lot of fun with the last one and definitely can set something up because things are quieting down in terms of severe weather across Canada. There may be a few more things down the pipe here for Ontario. We still have September, and sometimes in September we can have severe weather, but we'll definitely see what's coming up. I'll switch over to BC very quickly just to cover things here. None of this looks really severe anymore.
Yeah, their versions of severe warnings are definitely a little different.
Yes, they're very low on the low end of scale of severe. There was hail on this one for sure on Highway 5, but now they're just very heavy rainmakers in small pockets. There's a few winds up here just south of 97C. Where is this? Northeast of Princeton in BC. There's some stronger straight line winds in here, but overall, nothing that meets severe parameters within what we call severe in Canada. But they are just warning that to be safe. So anyways, showers, that is all moving north, just so we're all clear on it. If anybody's watching from the BC area, I know we do have viewers out there, but right now this is all coming up from Washington and moving straight north. So
V-Baller Lefty, the answer to your question about the shrub is called a Rose of Sharon.
I learned something,
Learn something
new
new
today.
every day. Yep. We're turning into a flower channel.
Fuck. Making me laugh and I can't eat. Okay, we should have a new scan here in about a minute, but I think overall things are definitely on the downward trend with everything that we're dealing with here, which is good. So we'll wait to see what the next scan shows from King City Radar, and we'll make our way around. Melody just making a comment about the storms out in BC. Yes, they're definitely difficult to call with that, with the mountains. It is a lot harder for radar to do its job, and for the meteorologists are on the desk. Definitely lightning. Like I said, we talk about all the time that definitely is one of the biggest factors that you just, they're constantly dangerous there. So, okay, here's our latest scan. Lots of moderate showers throughout Schomberg area and Beaton, and then along 400, kind of around Bradford. That is the last of it, folks. Lightning in there, a little bit of wind as well, but overall we're looking very good. You can see that all the red for the most part has made its way out of most of these storms, and we're now just dealing with very light showers. Still have our rain up here in the Midland area. It has moved possibly just to the east of Midland at this point. But again, just some showers, and they just severe warned the storm going into St. Thomas. For real?
Yep.
What? There's no hail on it anymore. It had hail on it earlier. What? I'm just looking.
And we have video. We have video of it of not.
Yeah.
There's like no wind.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, anyways, they've severe warned the storm around St. Thomas. I will question that, unfortunately. I don't like arguing with them, but I don't see any hail in this. We have video of it we just saw, which they don't have access to that, obviously, but I'm not seeing any 90-kilometer-hour winds in here. I'm not seeing, is it for rain, maybe? Let me just see here. No, they're calling for strong wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and heavy rain. Anyways, we would consider this non-severe, just based on the parameters that we follow. There's no hail on this. There's definitely heavy rain within it and some thunder and lightning, but not anything as far as hail or strong winds within that storm, and that is continuing to move eastward at this time. So we'll stick with that. We'll see what the next scan looks like. But overall, there was definitely more on that storm earlier, where we had a couple of pixels of pink. But this point here, where it was over the 401, that definitely should have been severe warned with that much hail on it. But I'm like I said, a little confused about that one. So let's just take a look here. Let's switch over to our U.S. radar. Nothing in far southwest Ontario towards Windsor, Sarnia. All of that looks clear. And again, our severe warned storm. Let me just see here if there's any commentary. What? What?
What is happening?
Do you see that comment in there? Read the warning. Okay,
Oh,
it says 741. A severe thunderstorm is located over St. Thomas, moving east at 40 kilometers an hour. They're saying strong wind gusts up to quarter size hail and heavy rain. Those are the max values. That doesn't mean that's going on. Then they list the areas that are involved: St. Thomas, Belmont, Elmer, Springfield, Stratfordville, Mount Elgin. And then they wrote a tornado is possible. Do you see that?
yes, and I don't like to
That's
argue with them either, but I would highly contest that.
Yes, I was. If they're talking about this specific storm, that's not a cut and paste from, because there was well, yeah, no. Anyways, I'm baffled by that comment. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to argue with Environment Canada too much, but this I definitely. I don't know. If that's the case, it should be a tornado warning, but not a severe. So I'm baffled. I'm confused by that because that is very confusing statement. So right now we are not seeing any rotation on this storm. I want to be very clear about that. There's no rotation indicated on this storm. That's any indication that there's anything happening currently. The wording again in a severe thunderstorm warning that they talk about a tornado, that seems wrong to me, because if you're talking about a tornado, it should be a different type of warning. But anyways, I think that's just a cut and paste issue or something like that. So let's take a look at the rest of it here. Just showers along the 401 corridor. Again, moderate to light showers. Nothing is severe at this point. Our heaviest of rain right around Bradford at the 400. That is basically the heaviest pocket of rain with some moderate winds in there. And the rest, there's not much to talk about, folks. It's definitely just regular showers at this point. A few isolated areas where you've got heavier rain. Even around North Bay, we've got... Is this a... Give me a sec here. South of 17 and near Mattawa, North Bay. Do you see that area? It's like a comma head.
Oh, yeah.
We may have an area of rotation here, folks, that we need to pay attention to. I'm going to highlight this. Give me 1 second. We're definitely seeing some rotation in that area right now where we've got these bright greens right near reds. So we're just going to watch this here. Definitely a comma head type situation. Definitely has my attention here. So right now we are going to monitor it for the next scan. Just take a look at it, but there's definitely some rotation building into that. Let me switch over here and come back. So again, this is south of Bonfield, and again, southwest of Mattawa, southeast of North Bay. And you can definitely see that there's a circulation embedded in there that is just west of 630. I know that's the highway that got flooded out there when we had those bad storms back in the spring. So again, that's roughly where this is located. We are definitely, oh, okay, there's our latest scan here, 747. Still a bit of bright green in here, so there's still a circulation in there. I just want to see what our height is. We're about 6,000 feet almost off the ground, so that's just shy of 2 kilometers. So it is higher up. I'm just going to take a look here. I'm just going up through the scans just to see if that circulation is still showing there, and it's not. So not as concerned about it. It definitely had my attention, but right now we are looking reasonably well with this. We'll have to monitor that for the next scan as well, but it did weaken here just based on where it is in the storm or the line. I wanted to make sure we weren't going to see something strange happening there. So let's take a look here. Down by St. Thomas, again, this is a dying off storm at this point. It's losing its precipitation, so that, again, I would not consider severe. South of Elmer, there's definitely some hail embedded in this. Embedded in this little storm here. That would be pea-sized to maybe grape-sized hail at most out of that. And again, that is moving eastward at this point, and maybe a little bit northeast. No, it's moving eastward at this point. So again, small hail within that storm, but that's the only pocket of any real intensity down there. Let me take a look. Niagara Peninsula, everything looking pretty good. Few showers, but that's all we're dealing with at this point. Through the GTA area, just Mississauga getting moderate to light rain just to the east of there. And then we have our heavier precip just kind of north of Bradford, just east or along the 400. There's a pocket of heavier precip in there. Let's just take a look at our winds. A little gusty with this, so 40 to 50 kilometer hour winds possible, but that is basically it at this point. So we'll continue to watch for a couple more scans here, but I don't think there's much we can talk about here. You know, most of the severe, I mean, all the severe weather is gone, and this severe warning down here, obviously, we somewhat question. So, anything for Athens coming from Kyle Parks. Just going to throw that comment. You are definitely expecting some showers overnight into early tomorrow morning and then possibly throughout the day, but we are not expecting anything too intense, especially overnight. Tomorrow afternoon, possibly some isolated thunderstorms moving through the area. We will have an update on our page tomorrow morning as to what our thoughts are, but overall, we're not looking at anything too crazy for Eastern Ontario. So Northern Ontario does get tornadoes. Yes, was in Sudbury 1970. That's a few years ago as far as tornado. So unfortunately, that does. It's unfortunate that people passed away from that. And 1970, the warning system would have been completely different. The big smokestack was under construction, swaying. They had to strap one guy to it. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's kind of crazy.
Can you imagine riding out a tornado on a smokestack?
No, no. No, thank you. 0 out of 10 recommend. No, yeah, yeah, but hopefully, yeah. Anyways, okay. Let me just jump around here. Actually, I'll take a look out in BC while we're waiting for our next scan. They've minimized it down to one severe warning out here again. It's the only area that has lightning, so Melody might be onto something there. There's definitely some stronger winds here through Penasque Creek Provincial Park. There's definitely some strong winds in that. So definitely getting windy along 97C. We're seeing some over 70 kilometer hour winds off of this. Where's the radar? Why does that show 0 feet off the ground? Well, that's interesting.
I
little
saw that
glitch.
Yeah, I saw that earlier too, and I was questioning what that was.
So there's a bit of a glitch. Normally, the bottom number for us when we're reading using our tool, it shows us the speed. So you can see there's some 70 kilometers an hour, but then it says 0.0 K feet, meaning it's on the surface, which that radar is far away. So that's just a glitch. That's something I'll have to bring up to, well, yeah, I'll have to bring it up to Steve to see if he can figure out what it is. But that's our only severe warned storm. And again, right around there, we have some stronger winds. This is west of Kelowna, basically, in the mountains. Let me scoot back here and go back to Southern Ontario. Did they extend the warning on this thing? What is going on here?
Yeah, they definitely did.
Well, so they're okay. Anyways, so yes, I understand the warning to the south for this hail that just disappeared, literally. Let me take a look here. Okay, so not seeing any strong wind gusts in here, not seeing any hail anymore. We had that one scan prior to this south of Elmer. You can see that right here just along 73, and now the hail indicator is gone off of that radar scan. Definitely seeing a lot of heavy precipitation in there. Let me just see what the warning was for. They're calling for strong wind, quarter size hail, and heavy rain possible, saying it's moving east at 55 kilometers an hour. Like I said, right now, very heavy rain in this. We did show you guys the video as it was coming through the St. Thomas area, and overall was definitely heavy rain, but not really strong winds or anything in that regard. So, storms are basically through the Toronto area. There's a few showers still making their way through right now through Etobicoke, kind of west of downtown, but those are just non-severe showers. I don't see any lightning strikes on it, so that's all that is just rain moving through the area. And then we've got a line here near Orangeville, Shelburne, Alliston area. There's a line of heavier precip and heavy rain through kind of between Cookstown and Keswick. Right now, we've Fennel's Corners, it looks like. So there's definitely some heavy rain in that area. But again, non-severe thunderstorms at this point. So we're, like I said, we are looking pretty good at this point. And let me just take a look here up the rest of the way. I'm just going to double check a couple of things, but we are definitely looking much better. I want to take a look at the circulation that was up here. It's still in there a little bit, but it's very, very broad at this point. So it definitely looked a lot tighter earlier here by Mattawa and North Bay, right around Bonfield, but heavy rain, a very tiny pocket of it by Bonfield, a few lightning bolts, and that's basically it. The rest is moderate to light rain. So again, we are looking pretty good at this time. So perfect. Okay, so I think we're good here. Bunch of rain by Coburg. Excuse me, folks. Moving along the 401 corridor, but again, those are just heavier showers, even thunderstorms a little bit, but overall not concerning at this time. And our two severe warnings for this area down here by St. Thomas. We're going to keep an eye on that for a couple of scans. Hopefully that does continue to subside. We are 7:57 p.m., so we're about 4 minutes out from our next scan. But overall, storms are on the very low end of things at this time. Obviously, still thunderstorms, but overall the severity has dropped significantly from earlier. So
At least in that severe warning down at like Tilsonburg, they did take out the tornado possible tag.
yeah, I don't understand. I've never seen that before. Have you?
No, somebody must have did a copy paste and copied and pasted the wrong one.
Yeah, that was what my take was, with that it was a copy paste and it was an oopsie, right? So it happens. We're all human, but it really threw me for a loop because severe thunderstorm warning. I've never seen anybody talk about a tornado in it. So that's, like I said, that's what kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Okay, we'll wait for another. We're going to watch these storms down here that have the severe warnings on the next couple of scans. If those drop off, we will probably end the stream at that time because, again, this is mostly just regular rain showers. There's nothing severe warned at this time. There's no winds that are dangerous. So overall, it's just regular rain showers moving through the area, which is what we expected when we got on here. Connor and I were discussing it, that we didn't think that this was going to be much more than 3 to 4 hour stream, just with what models were forecasting for storms and for parameters. So Okay, let's see where we're at here. Perfect. Okay. There's our latest scan. Okay, let's take a look at our severe storms down in the south here. I'm just going to quickly look at that. Storms don't look to be picking up intensity at this time. Our last scan was at 7:59, which is about a minute ago. We've lost all hail off of these storms. These are, again, I would categorize as non-severe storms. They are weakening at this point. A lot of the red is making its way out of it. This is heading eastward towards Tillsonburg, so definitely a lot of rain headed your way. Some thunder and lightning, but again, this would qualify as non-severe. There's no winds that are strong. 90 kilometers an hour is kind of the parameter. And then larger hail, 3 centimeters or more, but none of that is present right now. So feeling pretty good about this. As far as the storms are concerned, those that are in the path of it, this is just a stronger thunderstorm, but it's not a severe thunderstorm. And then let's jump around here. We'll take a look. Obviously, a bunch of showers all the way from Innisfil, Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough. Anywhere that you see the yellow, that is light, moderate light rain down to very light rain when you get into the greens and the blues. Heavy rain along the lakeshore. That's always what happens when the storms are interacting with the big body of water. So Port Hope, Cobourg, Grafton, Colborne, you're definitely going to be seeing some stronger precipitation for shorter periods. And then from there, our storms around Midland, I want to make sure I'm on the right radar. You can see that the precip that we had, very heavy rain around Midland there about half an hour to an hour ago. You can see this dark red band. It has now washed itself out, meaning widened out, and the heavy precip is breaking up. So that is all good stuff as well. Let me just take a look here, and then moving north, let me just take a look at our velocities. So right now, moderate to light rain within that. So overall, we're looking pretty good, folks. We're going to stick with one more scan probably here, unless there's something I'm missing, Connor. I think we're looking pretty solid at this point. So
Yeah, I think yeah. There's nothing much going on there. That circulation up north there is gone at this point, right? So
Mhm. Quick question here from Reflections, just saying Cobourg storms are moving north. Yeah, they're moving northeast mostly. So they're just coming off the water, dumping rain on shore when they come ashore, and then they'll lose that intensity as they move northeast. So again, expect showers, especially if you are in the gray boxes where you have special weather statements. You can see those gray boxes here. I'll go full screen just so it's a little easier. Anywhere there's gray boxes, all the way through southern Ontario, southwestern Ontario, stretching up to North Bay. And these green ones are rainfall warnings, which is the same equivalent. You are expecting a ton of rain over the next 10 to 15 hours, roughly. So Chris McDonald jumping in on the stream at the end. Good to see you as always. Hopefully things are pretty good in upstate New York. I believe you're near Messina. And might see some showers tomorrow, but pretty isolated, to be honest with you. So got a question. What is the cause of the sky being yellow from green? It looks like it depends where you're located. A lot of times yellow can be to do with smoke. If there's wildfire smoke embedded, it can kind of give a yellow haze to it. And so I guess it depends where you are and what the parameters are. But usually it's going to be smoke that's going to cause things to be yellowish. So Time is it? 7:59. We're about 2 minutes out from our next scan here. Mark asking, looks like those Coburg storms heading towards us. No, they'll be west of us, but again, tomorrow morning, like very early tomorrow morning, I would expect some showers possibly through eastern Ontario. Very isolated, so can't pinpoint exactly where that's going to be. Sean asking about, are we done with the rain in Fort Erie? So you are still in a rainfall warning. There are some showers there. But there are more showers coming back from the west, so you probably are going to see some more rain tonight and overnight. It shouldn't be severe. It shouldn't be that intense. We are expecting intensity to weaken overnight. Then tomorrow is possible, but again, right now, Fort Erie, you're pretty clear at this point, but you are still in a rainfall warning for another 14 hours. So obviously still some rain possible, and there are storms to your west that are by St. Thomas right now, which is the line that we're watching move eastward here. So there is a possibility that you will get some more showers there coming your way. How intense they'll be, I don't think they're going to be the severe potential. They'll just be possibly stronger storm, and there looks to be the line will be kind of narrow, so you won't have a long exposure to the rain and to the wind, so it shouldn't be too bad. But again, I would definitely expect a little bit more rain moving through the Fort Erie area unless this dies before it gets there. Again, right now, these storms are dying off. There's nothing in here that would tell me that this is a severe storm, so I would say these warnings are going to drop off here very shortly. We're looking pretty good in that regards. Again, continuing eastward, but no hail in it, no dark reds. And in fact, you're losing most of that precipitation core is starting to die off in there. So let's take a look at our storms kind of around King City, and you can see here, as storms have moved through the Toronto area, now are kind of on the east side. These are just showers for the most part. There are pockets of heavier or moderate heavy rain, but that is basically it at this time. No major winds at either. And so, yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. And most part, we're looking pretty good. So I think that's going to be it for us, folks, unless there's any specific questions that you guys want answered. I'll wait for a couple minutes here, but I think that'll be all she wrote for tonight. Again, I expect these two severe warnings to drop here because that storm is weakening and continuing to lose its precipitation core. Back when it was west of St. Thomas, it definitely had a lot more hail, dark red on it, and now it is mostly orange with some red in it. So again, when you get to orange, yellow, green, and blue, that's your lower end of the precipitation scale as far as intensity is concerned. So we'll wait for one more scan, and that'll be it, I think. So more than likely. And again, if you are anywhere with your special weather statement, which again covers right now from the Niagara Peninsula down to Windsor, up to Sarnia, then all the way north towards Owen Sound, east of Peterborough, and then up to North Bay, and then north of there, you are expecting more rain. So it's just not going to be a severe it's not going to meet severe parameters, so you still should expect rain within those areas at this point. And there are a few storms looking like they're coming from Michigan. There are a few storms that have initiated. I'm just going to watch to see what they're doing. So a couple of storms, again, non-severe by the looks of it at this time. In Michigan, so that's why we're saying there's still rounds of rain possible for anybody in southwest and southern Ontario at this time, and especially off of Georgian Bay to the north, you're definitely expecting more rain. So that's the story for this evening at this time. So Just getting a comment about Cleveland, Ohio, getting hit. Yeah, I definitely watched or saw a storm out that way that did look like it had some intensity to it. So, I mean, we cover Canada, but yeah, I definitely keep my eye on storms elsewhere and did see that down by Cleveland there was a fairly strong storm down there. Just take a look here. I'm going to shut off radar. Just going to bring up outlooks. So that's our outlooks for tomorrow. East Coast, we have some outlooks for Nova Scotia, a little bit into Moncton. They're calling for 50 to 100 millimeters of rain, so that's the biggest component out there for East Coast. Again, Halifax, Yarmouth, St. John, up to Moncton and Amherst and New Glasgow. A pile of rain expected there for tomorrow. There is some severe for the prairies tomorrow from in Saskatchewan and in Alberta. We're talking 90 to 110 kilometer-hour winds and 2 to 4 centimeter hail at that time. So there's definitely some potential out there for severe storms. And this is what they're calling for. Just let me double check. And then they're calling 50 to 90 millimeters of rain around Edmonton up through Cold Lake, just south of Fort Mac. So tomorrow there's definitely potential for severe weather. We will keep our eye on it. And if that continues to be the case, we will cover that tomorrow as well. So we'll definitely post about that. I just noticed they put a severe thunderstorm watch out by Lethbridge. The heck for? Let me take a look here. Saying severe thunderstorms are possible this evening. Conditions are favorable for the development of them. Capable of producing strong wind, large hail, and heavy rain.
Maybe it's for that stuff that's coming up through Montana.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just quickly looking at to see what let's see what the temperatures are out there while we're waiting for our last thing here in Ontario. Yeah, it's warm out there, 31 degrees southwest of Lethbridge, so she's cooking out there. And let me just see what radars we've got. Interesting. We'll have to watch that. If anything goes too crazy, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. But right now, our outlooks for tomorrow, that's what we have on here. So again, that's from Environment Canada. And let me just turn this off just so it doesn't pollute the screen that much. So again, we will watch that stuff. And if something happens tomorrow, we'll definitely cover it. You can see for Ontario, we definitely have, they're calling for possibly some minor hail, rain, and wind gusts out of that. So we'll keep an eye on that as well tomorrow. And if there's anything, we'll jump on it as well. So, okay, let me jump back to radar. And let's see whether we've got our latest update here. We are 8:14. This looks like our latest scan that just came in. Let me just double check here. So again, our storm here by Tilsonburg, that is a regular rainstorm, moderate to light winds in that at best. A little bit of lightning and thunder on that, but overall looking very good. A few other isolated storms throughout the area, a little bit of rain just on Lake Erie east of Mississauga, some through downtown Toronto, but that's light showers for the most part. And then let me switch over to the other radar, King City. Still some heavier rain along the 401 through Colborne and just west of Quinte West and Brighton area. Peterborough getting some rain, Kawartha Lakes, Innisfil, that's where the stronger precipitation is. And then near Alliston, we do have some heavier rain in there, but all of this is non-severe. So a little bit of thunder and lightning, some light winds to moderate winds within all of this stuff, but overall looking pretty good in the case of severe. So again, expect rain overnight if you are anywhere in this area, Southern Ontario and Southwest Ontario. Eastern Ontario is more overnight into early morning and then over the day. Tomorrow we will monitor that as well. What did they just update? Wow, they put up a severe warning way in northern BC. I'll quickly jump on that, but basically that's it for southern Ontario right now. Like I said, we still have showers moving through, but overall the severe aspect is over and done with. They just put up a severe warning for a storm in west of Alexandria. There's not much out here. There's a provincial park, and I cannot pronounce that. Oh God. Seriously, I'm gonna have to try and figure. Legachu's Provincial Park. The name is on the screen. So east of there, we have a severe warned storm for a little bit of hail on it, moving northeast. And this is in British Columbia, just so we're clear. It's up north, but they do have one severe warning that is up there. And then we do have one. Wow, they've severe warned a storm down here, but I can't even see it on any of our radars. So this is just southeast of Hope, BC. They have a storm by Highway 3 that is severe warned as well. So we will keep an eye on things. If anything happens in Alberta or anything goes wonky here in Ontario, we will jump back on the stream. But right now we're dealing primarily with just rain, some pockets of heavier precip, but overall pretty light in terms of everything that's going on. So again, we will probably be calling at this point. I'm just going to double check the comments. Okay, thunderstorms in Alliston right now. So thank you, Sean, for that. Itcha, oh God, Provincial Park from Liv. Yes. I definitely don't like butchering names, but sometimes I don't really know how to pronounce it. So, okay, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate anybody who's donated any money. Thank you very much. If you became a member of the Sunshine Club, thank you for the support. Really appreciate that. A big thank you to the moderators. Always appreciate all their help with this. So again, we'll call this stream now. And if anything does change, we will jump back on to give you guys coverage if it's required. And then we will be back at this more than likely tomorrow for out west and possibly Eastern Ontario as well. So I hope everybody has a good night. Hopefully you guys can spend the rest of the evening relaxing, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Oh, Stormy the Spider just showed up on the camera literally just now.
Yes.
So he is alive. I'm not going to show him because I know a lot of people have phobias with spiders, but he is definitely alive and well, just running around in front of my camera right now. So Stormy still exists, and he just made an appearance literally. It's now almost dark here, so that's when all the bugs are coming out. So he's having dinner, and he's alive and well. So again, we'll catch you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next live stream, and that'll probably be tomorrow. So have a good night, everybody.